What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's finally Thursday, week 8. We got the Bucks at the Bills. It's gonna be another fun night. What are y'all up to?
Just chilling with the kiddo. Getting ready for this game.
Let's see. Someone's got background noise. I should be able to fix it.
Is it me?
I can just go in and reduce background noise.
Here, let me switch browsers.
Oh, you're good. I told him I had it. Oh. So what's up, Anthony?
Oh, enjoying an evening off.
Yeah, good thing it's on a Thursday. We can watch some football.
Yes,
Hang out, chill.
past few weeks have been getting home about this time. So,
Oh man, you got to catch that, Evans. You got to stretch out for that.
yeah.
Man, he was wide open too. Hi,
Yo, yo.
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Yo, yo, yo.
I mean, Evans has got to reach out for that pass. You think?
I don't have the game on right now. I need to go. My phone's about dead. I gotta get the charger.
All right, so Baker Mayfield, 2nd and 10. They're about. Oh man, false start.
How's Dame time looking up in Milwaukee?
What's in Milwaukee?
Game time. See, I got Elemental on right now.
Ah,
Is that a good movie?
It's pretty good. I like it.
Looks like a good movie. A lot of those, like those kids movies always turn out to be good. Good adult humor as well.
yeah. Wife and I haven't watched it yet.
It's pretty good. I like it. No complaints here.
All right, here we go. Baker Mayfield snaps. Ooh, Palmer. Dude, Palmer's been getting a lot of targets tonight. That's already I think 2 right there in the last, three plays.
It's been trending in that direction the past couple weeks.
What you doing, Bubba? Where you going? No lights on back there.
3rd and 15.
I may have to get off of here. He's not taking his mom not being here.
It's all good.
Let's see here. But I'll hop on. Are you gonna go? How long are you going?
Probably the whole. It depends on when Tyler hops on. I'm sure he's busy. I mean, he gets busy, at the dealership.
All right. Well, I'll hop back on here in a little bit because I don't even got the game on. I'm useless. All right, man.
Good. Do your thing, bro. And Hyde is really good. Or was that Poyer? Hyde.
Yeah, Buffalo safeties are.
Uh-oh, is that Wirfs? Is Wirfs hurt? That won't be good. I don't know was that a football move?
So Wirfs was the one that had the false start, so maybe that's what the.
Oh, I thought he was grabbing his chest. All right, looks like they're punting. That was good. Good stop by Buffalo. 0-0. 12 minutes 46 seconds is where I'm at.
Yeah, I just saw the punt. We're breaking for commercial. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This game is going to kind of come down to Buffalo's.
Ooh, good punt.
Buffalo's pressure versus that Tampa Bay offensive line.
All right, yeah, going into a commercial. Are you already in commercial? I might have to reset mine.
I'm in commercial.
I have to reset mine so that I can catch up. All right, so I do this.
Just had somebody send me a trade offer.
Let's talk about it.
TJ Hawkinson for Puka Nacua. End of offer.
So you get TJ Hawkinson?
Yeah.
What Man, I don't know. Puka looks like the one now. He looks like the alpha.
I've got to get more than that.
Puka looks like an alpha now.
Yeah, he does.
Sucks 'cause I think if people are missing
He's at worst the 1A.
Yeah,
And I traded away Keenan Allen in that league. That was the league where I had all the receivers.
And now, who are your receivers?
Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra, Devonta Smith, Puka Nacua, and Keenan Allen. I just traded Keenan Allen for Derrick Henry and Tyjae Spears.
I like Tajay, man. If this Derrick Henry talk about trading is true, Tajay is kind of what he can be.
Part of my thinking in the trade was, so at worst, I'm locking up the Titans backfield and they're going to run a lot. At best, I get 2 starters out of it. So, because if Henry goes to Baltimore,
yeah, that'd be weird.
That's going to be crazy.
About the trade talk?
Yeah, the 2 teams that I've heard talked about the most are Baltimore and Buffalo for Henry. So
Buffalo, that would be dumb, man. James Cook's value would
that's
drop.
what I said. That was kind of my response to it. I was like, it seems like a desperation move and one that doesn't fix the problems.
All right, game's back on. Let's go.
Set.
1st and 10. They're at the 4-yard line. Bills are at their 4-yard line. Check. Snap. Out of the shotgun. Shakir. Nice catch by Shakir.
Interesting that Cook's not on the field for this. They started with Latavius Murray out there.
I think it's probably more pass pro. He's a big guy. All right, out of the shotgun again.
Let's see.
There you go. Josh Allen's running the ball. All right, he got about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Oh, there's Greg. There's Greg. Gregory.
There he is.
Hey guys. I just got the mic camera stand set up, but I'm going to sit back. No, I need to sit up. All right. It's going to be kind of shaky.
Man, Shakir's getting a lot of targets. Damn, up the field, dude. Whoa.
I liked Shakir.
Sorry about that.
He might be the pickup of the week.
Yeah. Well, somebody said to pick him up in one of the many things that I've done this week.
I don't remember who it was that I was talking about it at the beginning part of the season that tried to convince me that it was Trent Sherfield was the guy to own over Khalil Shakir.
Well, I think he may have made a mistake, huh? That was a nice play.
That's what I tended to say even back then.
What? Dude, he just threw that into Gabe Davis, just turned around and was just in his hands. He didn't even see it.
That's the way it's supposed to work, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean.
It's called a timing route for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, Davis just turned around and he goes, oh, what?
That's the hardest kind to drop. The ones that surprise you. Oh, and he covered it up good too. Good job, Gabe. You probably about 5 or 6 seconds ahead of me.
Man, Gabe Davis. Are you on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I am. But if you recall, I just said I would start Gabe Davis over some people this week.
He's getting some catches. Targets.
Mike Evans. I said I'd start him over Mike Evans.
I can't do it.
Well, I know most people can't, but
My problem with Gabe Davis is he's so touchdown dependent.
Well, yeah, because he
him-
doesn't get enough targets. You're right. You're right.
for him to be really relevant, you have to count on him getting that touchdown. Where Mike Evans, I don't know who Buffalo has to really guard at Mike.
That's why I depend on JC and Iggy.
Like,
I don't have to.
Like Teron Johnson is their top corner, and I don't love it.
Well, has Buffalo had the ball the whole time?
No, the Bucks went 3 and out.
Yeah. That means
Or-
Evans didn't catch a ball, right?
No. I think
Close.
it was.
He was close to having a really big play, but hey, James Cook is finally in the game.
What do you mean finally?
He looks like his brother.
This is his first snap.
Really?
Yep. It's been
I'm trying to get
the
back in. I
Latavius
got
Murray
kicked
show.
out.
Well, I mean, Latavius hasn't really done anything. That was a nice pass. Shakir, man. Shakir is just
Play by play, man. I can't see anything. Oh, there. I got it up now. Okay.
Shakir's just been nonstop.
Yeah, it looks like Shakir is the winner of the Dawson Knox injury.
That's early. I don't know. Diggs just caught that massive 1-yard pass.
Massive 1-yard pass.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? Didn't it go for a yard?
It was.
I'm assuming you guys are seeing it at the same time I am.
JC's a little behind us, but I'm kind of right on pace with you.
That's the only problem I have with these watch parties is that we're not all at the same time.
Not much you can do about that.
No. Ooh, eased it in.
It's storming here too, so that's probably why it's a little behind.
We had rain, but I took the dog out. That's why I was late getting in.
Oh,
Had
it's
to
supposed
take
to
the puppy
snow on
out.
next Tuesday. So it's supposed to snow on Halloween. That must be. Let's look.
Okay. All right. So what does this game mean to the two teams? They're both in first in their division, right?
SoCal.
No, I think Atlanta's first in the South.
Oh, okay. But if they win this game, aren't they tied with Atlanta in one loss? Both 2 losses?
No, the Bucks have 3 losses.
Oh, do they? Okay. And the Bucks lost to Atlanta.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they're a half game further back, too.
Correct.
Who's Atlanta playing this week? Is that Tyler?
No.
No.
SoCal. That's Evan.
Atlanta is playing Houston this week.
In
Atlanta
Houston?
is no, Houston's Carolina. Atlanta is wow, none of us know the answer to that.
That's kind of how I feel about Atlanta.
Apparently it doesn't matter to any of us who they're playing. It's a decent run matchup because I was thinking about it for Bijan Robinson earlier.
The only thing I care about is does Ritter get 200 yards?
Well, that's why I was thinking about them, Greg, was because I wondered how much Ritter would throw this week because they could run on Tennessee as well.
Can you? I thought Tennessee was a good run defense.
They were before that Colt game, but since then they dropped down far. I mean, so I guess you could say they were.
Didn't really play anybody that could run the ball well.
Yeah,
and
that was part of it.
Atlanta wants to do that with those 2 guys. They've had to throw the last few weeks. So I mean, but you can do both against Tennessee. So I guess we'll see.
You mean those 3 guys?
Is Hopkins going to get traded?
Cordero Patterson.
Is Hopkins going to get? Cordero Patterson offers a aspect to the run game that neither Bijan or Tyler does.
What is that?
An old man?
Pure speed. Bijan is quick. Bijan is quick. I don't think he's faster than Cordero. Cordero Patterson is really
when
fast.
Cordero Patterson was young, he might have been faster than Bijan.
Well, I think he is now, to be honest. I really do. Bijan's like a 4.4 guy, right?
Correct.
Which is fast, but it's not Devin Achane. It's not Raheem Mostert fast.
Cordero. Let me see if I can find this.
I
You
thought
want to
for-
use Patterson over Algier or Robinson?
No.
I mean,
I think Patterson should have been moved back to wide receiver as soon as they drafted Bijan, because I think he would be one of their top wide receivers.
they talked about using him more in the passing game after the draft, but they haven't done that at all.
No, and they haven't. Oh,
Patterson
nice
ran
hit.
a 4.42.
Okay. And what did Bijan run?
Oh, checking it now.
All right. Bills are kicking off.
4.46.
Yeah. So Patterson is a little bit faster.
Big
Well,
hit.
Patterson ran that in 2013.
Yeah. Some people get faster when they get old. I can't name any off the top of my head.
So, somebody who
You
gains
can
mutant
teach
powers
speed.
gets
You
faster
can
as they
teach-
get older.
You can teach speed. Speed is a learnable thing. Who just got
No.
that? Who is that? 14.
Godwin.
God Chriswin.
Oh, really? Was that a run or a pass? Did he flip
That was
it or
a
did he
run.
hand it? Well, see, I can't ever tell because I have to look to see what the quarterback did. If he flipped it, it's considered a pass. If he
Yeah.
handed it, it's a run.
It was behind. It wasn't like a shovel. It was more
It
of
was
a like.
pure, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
the thing
around.
is, if he flips it up, it doesn't matter how far it goes. As long as he doesn't physically hand it, it's a pass.
Even if he's behind him.
No, it's an end.
Oh,
if it
no,
was an
then
end
it's a
around.
lateral.
Yeah,
it's
it
a
was
lateral.
an end around type play. Yeah,
Okay.
No, it wasn't a pass.
Who's
Wasn't
number
one? Of those
one?
pop passes.
that's Rashad White.
Has anybody done less with more than Rashad White this year, other than Josh Jacobs?
Well, Josh Jacobs is in a cursed season. He had 370 touches last year, so you
I'm
should
with
have
you,
expected him to go down.
Like with Josh Jacobs and Rashad White are both getting like 70% of their team's attempts and both doing nothing with them.
Well,
The crazy thing about running backs and how bad they are is that Jacobs is still number 11 in fantasy, and like
yeah,
he's
a
done
top 15
nothing.
back
because of his
He's done
passing.
nothing. Yeah,
Because
you're
of
right.
his
And
receptions.
because they give the
Rashad
ball.
White's relevant because of his passing. I mean,
Yeah.
Anthony, you were talking about the sacks. You know, Tampa is one of the least sacked teams, so their offensive line is good there. But Rashad White has 3.2 yards a carry. So why can't they run the ball,
Right.
but they can protect on the pass? You know,
It's I think it's more a product of Baker being kind of a one-read guy this year. Like
But he's
he
at
gets the ball
least
out
he's reading.
so quick.
He's reading the right guy, though. I mean, he is. Baker has looked better this year than he has. He's had better years
I agree.
statistically, but he's looked better as a quarterback this year than any time I've ever seen him before. Ooh, that should have
Should be
been.
off.
Oh, flag.
it is. Wow.
Who was
I mean, do
the
you guys
receiver? Was
think
that
that-
Kincaid?
Yeah, that was Otten.
No. Otten? Yep,
Yeah.
Cade Otten.
I like Cade Otten. They don't throw him the ball that much, but
I drafted him as a rookie in a dynasty league.
he was a year two. Him and Okonkwo were my two kind of year two tight end guys that I thought would take a step up this year. But we
That
know
was
that
easily interference.
all over
Tannehill-
him.
Have you guys seen the
Tannehill this year
replay?
has killed Okonkwo.
It's a question.
Yeah.
You guys,
Thankfully,
that's
he's
my
on year
point.
two.
Tannehill. Everybody's acting like Levis getting the start is a bad thing. I think it could be a very good thing. I think Levis is a much better quarterback than Tannehill. And Malik Willis, are you kidding me? The guy can't complete a pass to save his life.
I'm not sold on Levis.
Well,
I'm
you haven't
very-
seen him.
Nobody
Right?
was sold on Josh Allen either out of Wyoming. I mean,
I was higher on Allen coming out of Wyoming
Okay.
than I was out on Levis coming out this year. I
were
really
you high on Allen or just higher than the haters?
higher than the haters.
Okay.
He was gonna. I thought he was a project.
Yeah.
Very much like
But Allen was a project. It took him a year and a coaching change to
But-
develop to what he is.
with Will Levis. Josh Allen had an elite trait.
Oh.
Um,
Is
Will
that going to be
Levis.
grounding? I didn't see any receiver in the
Hey.
area.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
got a question for you. Avery's
Sure.
got a question in here. Said, I'm trading for Kirk Cousins and Higbee.
Komet.
Should I trade away Cole Komet or Cole Komet?
He's trading for Kirk Cousins and Higbee.
He's
I
Should he
probably
want to
give
know the
away?
other piece of this trade, though,
he's
because I know you're not
probably
trading
asking-
away just Komet or Turd Ferguson for Cousins and Higbee.
So what's he? Yeah, give us what the whole thing is. What's the trade? I need to know before I can answer.
Let us know the trade, Avery.
It might not even be that same trade. He might just be getting those two guys
I
in a
traded.
different trade.
I traded
Maybe.
Cousins away, but I had Tua and Jalen Hurts as my other two quarterbacks.
That's
So
ridiculous,
Cousins
Greg.
was never playing for me. So I gave him away for what I thought was undervalue. You know who Walter Football is?
I do.
Yep.
Okay, Walter Football's been around for a long time. He used to do a lot of draft stuff, but he's
Still
apparently got a trade calculator now, and I ran it, and apparently I got the better end of the deal. Tell me what you think. Kirk Cousins plus Tutu Atwell to get Javonte Williams and Trey Burks.
Treylon Burks?
Treylon, yeah.
Well, with the quarterbacks you already, let's look at it that way. With the two quarterbacks you have, it's definitely a good trade.
Yeah,
And I think
like it.
even without that, depending on even if you only had one of those quarterbacks, I mean, I think Javonte is on his way up, up, up. And Treylon is still a year two talented prospect who just hasn't really had a quarterback health or anything else. So maybe he never will. But
Well, I think Levis helps him with that. Young quarterback, young receiver. I do.
can't hurt him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, it's better than Willis. Willis cannot throw the ball.
No, Willis is not a passer.
Yeah. Willis can run the ball well, but he doesn't throw the ball. So the way I looked at it was I was trading away two guys that were never going to play for me because Tutu Atwell was like my fifth receiver.
Oh, oof.
And did he make it?
McLaughlin
Oh,
just
he missed it. Oh.
Oof.
not even close.
So I trade away two bench warmers for a guy that's my RB4 right now, but with the potential of moving up to RB2 and possibly RB1.
Yeah.
So who are your
So
other running
Avery-
backs? Yeah.
I'd
you're
have to bring it up on my phone.
Okay.
Gibbs was one of them. I'm trying to think of what league it was in.
Who tipped that?
But when I looked at it, he was my RB. He would be my RB4 after the trade. And Burks he's Tutu Atwell. It'll be my wide receiver 5. So
Yeah.
Right.
no big
I
change
like
there.
it, yeah.
I traded away a guy that wasn't going to start for me for someone who may as a flex at the worst and an RB2 at the best.
Gotcha.
Yes, Avery. If it's a 2-for-1, if he's
Oh,
willing
what-
to take Komet for it, by all means.
I don't
What's
think
the
it's-
trade?
That's an
Komet
absolute
for
win for you.
He said it's a 2-for-1. I don't think it's going to happen.
what is the 2-for-1? I can't read it.
He would get Cousins and Higbee.
And Higbee.
You know, I would trade Komet just to get Cousins by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, Cousins is a top 10 quarterback right now. I know
Who's
JC hates him. But if you look
Not
at
for fantasy, he
his
doesn't.
well, that's right. If you look at his points, he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, JC says all the time he hates that he's the quarterback of his Vikings, but he doesn't mind him being the quarterback of his fantasy team.
Well, yeah, he's getting 300 yards and 2 touchdowns every week.
What was the
And
week
that's
that-
without Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, he got saved from Addison. He got lucky on that.
Addison made a catch that
No,
it was a contested
took it
catch.
away
He
from
took
the
it away.
guy.
there he is.
I understand that. But when you're a quarterback, there are going to be times when the ball is put up where either guy can get it. And
put
it's
it
your
behind.
receiver's job to fight for the ball. And Addison did that, and then he broke the run afterwards. But even if he just did it and got tackled immediately, it's a successful play. The only way it's not a successful play is if it's intercepted and Addison tackles the guy.
Do you think, let me ask you this, Greg, do you think if that play is thrown 50 times, how many times is that catch made?
The
I would
catch or the
say
interception?
if it's thrown 50 times, it's probably incomplete 30. And then of the 20 that it's completed, I would say 10-10, maybe 12-8 with Addison on the lower end because
Okay.
the other guy was in a
It's
better
far
position.
more likely to be intercepted than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Given the
more
bu-
likely
given
to
the
be
position of the
incomplete.
ball.
Who tipped
I
that?
would think it would have been more like. Have you seen DBs catch the ball in this
But
league?
he had the interception in his hands. Like, I mean, it was
He
like
did.
on his chest.
He did. And what would 90% of the receivers do there? They would
I
attack
don't
the
think
ball. They would
Yeah, you're right.
attack
They
the
might
ball.
knock
They
the
would
ball
try to
away,
knock
yeah.
it down. They would try to knock it down. And I believe that most times they'd be successful knocking the ball down
Yeah.
because it was
Okay.
close enough that the receiver could actually take the ball away. And if the receiver could take the ball away, he can certainly knock the ball down. So I think it would have been incomplete 30 out of 50. But you don't know.
Yeah, I
And
was
all
just curious what you guys thought. So, what are your numbers, Anthony, on that?
I think it's a lot closer to being intercepted, probably 20 to 5% of the time. 30% of the time. I don't know. If it's 50 times, he's gonna pick it off 25 times. It'll
Half
be
the time.
incomplete
It was
15,
right in his
and he'll
hands.
catch it 10.
Yeah,
It was
that play,
literally
that one specifically, I feel like it was so much in the DB's basket. Like,
Isn't his-
but I hear you saying, Greg, I'm knocking it out. But I mean, that was like pretty amazing. I mean,
Do you know why
Totally reached in
DBs?
and just went.
Do you know why DBs play defensive back and not
Yeah.
wide receiver?
because they can't catch.
That's right. That's right.
But
I
this
mean, that's
was
what
one
I've
where, like,
always
you
been
and
told.
I. But
I've
you
always
would have
been
caught
told.
it, Greg. It was in your chest. All you had to do was close your hands like against your body.
Yeah, but I've seen wide receivers have the ball hit them right in the hands, go through their hands and hit their chest and
Yeah,
bounce
you're
off.
right.
Okay, and it happened. Ooh, nice run. Is that Cook?
Is Addison a top 14 wide receiver this week?
No.
Oh, who are they playing?
Green Bay.
Green
Yes.
Bay? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, I go no too, Anthony. I said no.
What about
Jimmy-
you?
Jimmy
JC, you're-
Garoppolo will be back. I mean, I put Mayer back up on my force list. I think that Mayer has enough. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo coming back. If he's healthy, he's gonna be ready to go.
Is he back?
Yeah, I believe so.
He's
Yeah,
trending towards it.
I
Barring a
think
step
Jim.
back, he'll be ready.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, Shakir is
He's tearing it up, isn't he?
yeah.
There you
But
go.
Anthony, like I was saying, what they do the first drive, they moved the ball and they got stalled for a field goal. I mean, they got to get touchdowns.
That's
Well,
been the
they will.
problem.
Wow, big.
Yeah, and the Bucks. I think the Bucks only allow a touchdown like 22% of the time in the red zone, which is
if that ball had been on time, that would have been a walk-in touchdown. The
Yeah.
DB was so far away; he threw it late. If he
I
threw,
think one
threw
of the
it,
biggest differences that I've seen in Buffalo's offense in the red zone this year is Josh Allen not running very much.
Mhm.
yeah,
They've taken that element kind of out of it.
they want him to stay healthy.
I get that, but
And Cook
he's
looks a lot like his brother.
huge.
I
a
know
run-
he's huge,
like
the more you get hit, the more likely you're going to get hurt. Quarterback.
absolutely, but you've got to use the weapons that you've got.
Yeah, but he's got enough weapons. He doesn't have to be the weapon.
Say the same thing about the Eagles,
Oh,
and
was that
Jalen
Cook?
Hurts still runs all the time.
Oh no, that's at 80 something.
That's
No,
That was Kincaid.
Kincaid
Who?
is 88.
86.
No, Knox is 88. Right?
88 is Knox. You're right. 86.
Did he
Just
not get
short.
in?
Just short.
Wow.
He's going
Now,
to be about 3 inches short.
and it's Murray in the game, not Cook. Wow.
He's
Of course it
bigger.
is.
He's bigger.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not surprised. I'm just saying for those fantasy owners that own Cook, not Murray.
That's me. That's me.
Oh,
Oh,
they
they shut him down. Yeah.
Anthony, I told you, man, they can't score touchdowns. That's the only problem.
In the each of the last 3 years, that would have been a Josh Allen touchdown.
Yeah.
Right?
That should have been a push.
He got it
Right.
last year.
It might have been a Devin Singletary touchdown too. I mean, they did give him the ball in close.
Right. Or it's a Josh Allen
Oh,
touchdown.
look, they're going for it on fourth.
If that's the Eagles, it's a Jalen Hurts touchdown.
Well, yeah,
That was
tush
a
push.
half yard line, and you got Josh Allen, one of the biggest quarterbacks in the league, and now you're a half yard back.
They
What are
did
they
a
gonna
tush
do?
push on Josh Allen last week.
What are they
I
going
mean,
to
why
do?
would you-
I'd do it here. I'd do a quarterback sneak tush push
It's-
because he's a big guy, and they
It
should.
It
It
took
was
him
Huh?
supposed
two
to be a QB draw.
Well, I would do it up to the line. I wouldn't back up 5 yards and take a snap. You do it. You do it from up to the line. You just have to push him a yard.
It took him
Yeah,
twice.
that third down was.
That tush push is an effective play.
Yeah, it depends on who your center is. I mean, Jason
Well, it
Kelce.
does. I know Jason Kelsey is
What
special.
are they going to do next year when he's gone?
Well, are you sure he's going to retire this year?
If they win a Super Bowl, he will.
I don't know. Didn't
I
he
thought about
play
it this
against
year.
his brother in the Super Bowl?
He's the older
Last
brother,
year.
too, right?
Didn't
Yeah,
the Kelseys
Jason
play
is.
against each other last year in the Super
Yes.
Bowl? Their poor mother. Who did she root for?
She
She
roots
turned
for
her
Her
into a
son.
celebrity,
She
though,
roots
man.
for her son.
She has a split jersey.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
she?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's cool.
But now she's on
And they have their own
commercials
podcast,
and
so they're
Yeah.
close. The brothers are close.
Oh, yeah.
their podcast is cool, man. It's a pretty
It
dope.
is.
They do a
It
good
is.
job. They
It's
get cool
fun.
people on there. They're both pretty talented and well spoken. Like,
I've never watched the podcast, but on YouTube I see the shorts from the
Yeah.
podcast, and
The
it's
Kelsey
hilarious.
Podcast is
Yeah, they're
good.
pretty
The
funny.
the St. Brown podcast is good too.
Equanimous
Amon-Ra
and Amon-Ra. Yeah.
Yeah.
the Kelsey brothers did like a live tour of theirs, like in the off season. They went like city to city and they did it in front of live audiences.
And now Travis is dating, Taylor Swift, and I'm thinking, leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Let them have their life.
I think it's
Announce
just
it
as
once, but
likely that Travis retires at the end of this year as it is that Jason retires. at
he's
the end of this year.
34. I don't think so, though. He's at the top of his game.
Yeah. I mean,
Because apparently rumors have come out that he is going to be supporting her during her next tour.
Well,
World
supporting her how?
That's
I
the
mean,
question. But
she's
her
got
world-
an entourage. She's richer than God,
but
and
her
so is
world-
he. And
But it's a
so is
world
he.
tour. Like, so what does that like? Is he going with her?
Well, I could see him doing that. I could see him being a
If you're
bodyguard.
if you're a
He could be a
professional football
bodyguard.
player, do you take an entire off season off? Like,
Oh no, he wouldn't take the entire off season off. He'd still be working out. They stay at a hotel. They got a gym at the hotel.
an NFL workout?
Yeah,
worthy
no,
gym?
it doesn't have all the free weights and everything.
Have
but
you,
every
have you
town-
been to a hotel gym, Greg?
I have a lot, but
They're
every
terrible.
I know that, but
They're
every
terrible.
every city where she is going to perform is going to have a huge gym within the city that will freely let Travis Kelce come in to work out just for the publicity.
Sure, but it's just
It's not the tush push. It's a pass. And it's
Wow.
incomplete.
did you guys see that?
I would have done a tush push, but it doesn't matter. It's
That was a
still
good
first
play.
down on the 1 yard. It's still
On
first
third
down. on the
down,
1
they
yard.
should have done the tush push on third down when they were at the quarter yard line. I mean,
Yes, they
and-
should have. You're right.
what were you gonna say, JC?
Did you see Andy Barron's Halloween costume?
No.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
George
see
Kittle. Yeah,
that. Oh, okay.
He's George
That's great.
Kittle. It's pretty funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Safety. Get a safety. They haven't snapped yet. I'm not calling it ahead of time.
I like.
Oh,
that
they
play
hit
call
him in
for
the
Buff- I
backfield,
like that
though.
play call for Buffalo.
They
That's
hit him in the
good play
back.
by
Yeah,
Jamel Dean.
they hit him in the backfield. They just didn't bring him
Yeah.
down.
Chase Edmonds sighting.
Was that Chase Edmonds?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yep.
Chase
For all
Edmonds.
those Keyshawn Vaughn lovers out there.
what are you doing?
Keyshawn Vaughn. Yeah, where's Sean Tucker at, man?
Come here.
He's
Almost
active
be
tonight.
raining pretty hard out.
I know, but
There
you
you
got
go.
Edmonton the game before
There you
him.
go.
Oh, the doggy.
That's my girl. This is my girl. She's keeping me company while my wife is gone.
Oh, cute.
Awesome.
Oh, I thought they had him.
Baker
Going back
doesn't
to
get
Edmonds.
sacks, Greg.
Dang.
There you go, puppy.
My stream isn't loading. It's freaking it's a rainy day here. Pretty rainy. It's about to get snow, dude. It's so Ed, we're gonna get
It
snow.
rained here, but we're in the 70s right now, and it was 80 during the day.
Yeah,
Don't,
I like that weather much better than yours, JC.
don't do
It
it.
was blue skies and sunny here today.
Where you at?
San Diego.
Ah, okay. It's always blue skies and sunny there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never rains in Southern California. But man, don't they tell you? It pours.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the reference?
No.
God.
That's a song. That's a song lyric.
What's that from? Who's that from?
I'd have to look it up.
I have to look that up.
That's
It's
beautiful, JC.
JC, I mean,
never rains.
yeah. That's crazy already. It's that cold.
Yeah,
I can't-
bro.
Well, where do you live? The North Pole?
Are you guys watching this thing on a computer screen?
Yeah.
I'm watching on TV.
See, I'm on a phone, so I can't read anything that you guys put up.
Greg,
It's
when
too
I wake
small.
up, let's see. Monday morning when I wake up, it's gonna be 35 degrees.
And
Wow.
I think, oh,
Never run backwards, but it worked there.
I like number 11 on Detroit too. Khalif Raymond.
Oh,
Kid
yeah.
can play. Who is 11 on Buffalo?
Deontay Hardy.
Oh man, that was sweet.
That was
Man,
a terrible punt.
they had him surrounded. Oh man. See now, that type of run is why I think second day pick next year, Blake Corum is going to be a great running back in the NFL. He has that kind of elusiveness.
Blake Corum will be this year's Chase Brown.
You think so? I don't. You go back and look at last year's Corum highlights. And then
Trust me. I know them. I know them well.
But my
I
point
watched
is,
a lot of them when I was watching the Chase Brown highlights for this year.
yeah, but my
A lot of
point
them
is
came from the
that,
same game.
well, Indiana game was where I saw the best one. They had him surrounded. Nobody touched
that
him.
Illinois-Michigan game was
Yeah.
just Chase. It was all Chase Brown, all Blake Corum.
Yeah.
That was the offense. And
And Blake he's doing well this year. I think he's already got like 12 rushing touchdowns this year, but he's not got the same elusiveness that he had last year. He just has not come back from the injury yet.
yeah, I still like him as a prospect.
Is Cook's the one with the hair? Number
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dalvin. That's
Right.
Dalvin.
Yeah, but I can see the hair, so that's what I'm looking for.
He looks like Dalvin Cook, man. Like in the uniform, he looks just like him.
Except that he's effective.
Well,
He can run the
Dalvin
ball.
Cook used to be very effective. I'd say that.
He used to be, but he hasn't been this year.
He's old.
Yeah,
Banged
Dalvin
up.
Cook turned into dust.
I mean, he's.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Dalvin Cook. I don't even think he has a season where he ever played a full season.
Touch
Well, now
push.
they push.
Touch push. Yeah,
And look,
but
they
I
got
mean,
4 yards.
they're gonna. You watch. The NFL is going to outlaw that play.
There have
What
been a lot of
school just
injuries
showed how
on
to
it
do
this
it?
year.
What school just showed how to do that?
Who's got hurt? Defensive
2
lineman.
Giants offensive linemen.
yeah.
When the 49ers
They're just not
ran
doing it
last
right then.
on Monday, that's where Purdy got his concussion, was on the tush push.
Yeah.
There
Well,
have been
it's
at
funny
least
that
5
it's funny
injuries.
that Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen can do it repeatedly and never get hurt.
Yeah, but there have been at least 5 noted injuries from that play this year.
Yeah.
he's
Well,
open.
how many
Yeah.
injuries have there been from kick returns and punt returns? And they haven't outlawed those yet.
They're trying.
Although I do think, I do think they may.
It's getting to that point.
I know they may.
So you're gonna see what you're gonna start seeing is guys start running before the play goes and launching over the line to get that. Basically
That's what
Canadian Football League play.
as
You can
long
go
as you don't
towards the
touch
line.
anybody else on that offensive line, it's legal.
Like Myles Garrett this last week.
Oh, that was crazy.
I mean,
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
I started Josh this week.
Sounds like it.
I did.
I know you're not a Bills fan, so that reaction can only mean one thing.
I like the Bills. The Bills had one of my favorite running backs of all time. Thurman Thomas was asked by a reporter, who is the greatest running back in the NFL today? His answer was classic, and I loved it because I'm a Detroit fan. He says, I don't know, but he went to Oklahoma State. So it could be him, could be Barry. But as a Detroit fan, I thought that was a perfect answer.
That's great.
I have one share of Josh Allen in FF7s.
I think I don't do the FF7s. I don't even know what they were. They're going to get me involved next year, though. I know JC will.
So
unless it's gambling, then they won't get me involved.
Oh, you're getting involved.
Shockingly,
what if it's gambling for food?
Gambling for food's not. That wasn't a gamble because I was going to pay for it anyway.
Shockingly, I'm 6-1 in FF7s this
I already got it. We already have SoCal and I already came up with a plan here. This was his idea. I love it. My favorite idea. I'm going to start playing Ritter in at least a couple of my.
I heard you. I was on. I tuned in. That's when I said I love it when you talk about Ritter bet. And you're constantly.
That's a good idea. I mean, Ritter will be paying for it at the end.
Well, only if Ritter does well enough to help him win. See, the problem is I don't need Ritter to have a good game. I need Ritter to have 200 passing yards. If Ritter has 200 passing yards the rest of the season, I win.
Right, you win no matter what. You're going to get the food no matter what.
Well, if he gets hurt, he's not at 3,200 yet.
That's what I'm hoping for. It's not good, but I don't have to buy a meal then. It's a squash.
It's pretty bad when you pray for somebody to get injured.
Yeah. I would never do that. I wouldn't have to pay for a meal.
That's what I'm hoping for. I heard those words. I heard those words. Oh my God.
I would never wish injury upon anybody. But
I don't either. Well, let me take that back. There have been a few players that were so dirty that I wish that they got some karma. But nothing serious. I don't ever want to see anybody get hurt seriously. Ring their bell. I'm okay with that. And you got to remember, I grew up with the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys, the most physical basketball team in the history of the NBA.
Lampier.
He got blamed for everything. I remember one time. I remember a time Elijah was banging into him, and all he did was pivot away. And Elijah ended on his ass, and all the announcers says he pulled him down. They showed it in slow motion. He didn't touch Elijah He just moved, so Elijah couldn't hit him.
What's up, Tyler?
What's up, man?
Hey, Ty.
Working
just
late.
like
late.
Phoning in from the dealership. We're working late tonight, selling a new Tundra.
Ooh, I'm jealous about that. Sounds nice.
Oh yeah.
Selling doesn't sound nice to me. You got to put up with a bunch of crap, Tyler. I mean, they question your motives, even if you're honest, and some car dealers are. They question your motives. You have a bottom line price. You can go up and down a little bit, but you have a bottom line price. It's on the window. I mean, it's not like you're trying to rip people off. Trying to make money.
Well, we try, I got, we in the car business also have families at home that we need to feed
That's
and
right.
take care of. People
And
do
every
forget that.
dollar you take off the selling price is a dollar out of your pocket.
Well, I appreciate you for being so understanding, Greg. Anytime you need a car, you give me a call. I got you.
Well, I appreciate
Honest
that.
Tyler. Honest Tyler.
Will you
That's a lot.
ship it overseas for me? Because as soon as my dog dies, I'm going overseas.
I can ship it overseas as long as it's used.
Yeah. Can you really? I did
Yeah,
not know
I can't
that.
export a
ship
new
it, though.
car,
Yeah.
but I can export a used car.
Oh, wow.
harder to
I
get
didn't know
cars.
that either.
It's harder to
That's
get cars
wild.
here from over there than it is to get cars from here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's
'cause
not.
The U.S. charges like a 40% import tax.
Yeah, and they have
Yeah,
to be
tariff.
5 years old.
You know who put that in, right? Donnie Trump put that in.
Well, I mean, before he was in as a president, the car has to at least be 25 years of age for it to come.
Well, before that, there were a lot of Japanese cars being built overseas, brought to the U.S., and a lot of American manufacturers were taking their jobs overseas because the labor force is cheaper. So that's why Trump put in that tariff, was to keep U.S. manufacturing in the U.S. I thought it was a good move, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Diggs caught something.
He had that 1 yard catch, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The massive one.
He's had a couple catches.
Godwin wide open.
How do you leave
Well,
Godwin that open?
you think Diggs wasn't open? Look at that play. There's nobody within 15 yards of him.
What?
You
Diggs is
don't
on
get
the
more
team.
open than that.
No, Godwin.
Diggs is wearing the blue uniforms.
Yeah,
tonight.
Diggs is blue.
Yes.
You're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wrong team.
It's the same
But
number.
you're right.
Well, that
He was
sucks.
wide open.
That sucks. I mean, that wasn't that wasn't Diggs. Oh man,
That
Who's-
might be Rashad White's best run of the year.
Yeah,
who's
it's
coming
14
back,
on? Who's 14 on
Chris
on
Godwin.
Tampa?
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
We're coming back on a hold right here, though.
He's got God and win in
Yeah.
his name. All right, we
Aaron
got a
Jones.
question.
God always
Oh,
wins,
that's
JC. There's a hint. God always wins.
We got a
Would
question
you
in here for you,
guys-
Greg.
What is it?
Would you
Aaron
rather
Jones.
trade Aaron Jones and Russ? I'm assuming it's Russell Wilson for Hurts or Connor. And
Hurts or who?
What? This is really tough. Okay,
Aaron
would you
Jones
guys
and
rather
Russ
trade Aaron
or
Jones?
James Conner and Russ for Hurts?
Okay, Aaron Jones and Russ for Hurts, or Connor and Russ for Hurts.
If I was given one up, I would rather give up Aaron Jones and Russ for Hurts than Connor, because Connor is at least performing. Aaron Jones is great when he's on the field, but he's not on the field often enough.
He's
So
just he's
maybe.
untrustable right now.
Right.
That
So give
hamstring injury.
me the Terminator.
Yeah.
So if I'm
James Conner,
trading
once
them
he comes
away,
back, you know
if
he's
I'm
getting
trading
the
it,
work.
if I'm trading them away, I'm giving up Aaron Jones and Russ to get Hurts,
Me too.
because I want to keep Connor.
I agree. I think the hamstring was a bigger deal than most people were thinking. I think he came back too soon.
Well, that may be, but he also has a back that's pretty decent. I mean, he hasn't
Dillon
been
did not
great.
look very good for a while.
Well, but he's pretty
Dylan
decent. He's
actually
had
looked
good
okay
games
on
in the past.
Sunday.
He's coming on.
Who's that?
AJ Dillon. He did not
Yeah.
look good at first.
AJ
no.
Dillon needs Aaron Jones. When it's just Dillon, it's not great.
He did
When
look
Aaron
good.
Jones is there as well, he's a great secondary back.
I mean, Connor isn't exactly healthy right now either. I mean, it's not a guarantee that he just – I agree with you guys. I think I make the trade the same way as you. But, you know, Connor's coming back after 2 weeks. He's still got to ease his way back in. I mean –
Here's Godwin again.
Yeah,
I think he'll be fine because Kyler Murray will be back too. I think they both come
Yeah,
back.
I think-
same
Connor
game.
You think
and Murray both come
they
back.
play Murray? Do you think they play Murray?
yeah.
I don't think Murray has anything to do with Connor, though.
I think they.
I
both.
do.
I mean,
Oh, I
Connor's
think
good
the
if he's
quarterback has
healthy.
the
Connor's good if
quarterback
he's
has a
healthy.
lot.
Dobbs. Connor was dominating with Dobbs. He was dominating with whoever was back there.
I
My
know, but
concern
if
is
you
if
have
he's not
to,
healthy.
if you have to account for the passing game, I don't think defenses focus on the passing game with Dobbs at quarterback.
Not anymore.
I think with Kyler Murray, they will.
What we had was
they're a better team
Josh
with
Dobbs
Kyler for
was
sure.
good until there was tape on Josh Dobbs in this system.
There
Now
you
that there's
go.
tape on him, he looks very pedestrian. But
He just gets
James
that nice
Conner
run.
is still going to be effective,
Ooh,
even if it still
interception.
stays Dobbs. But if it's Kyler Murray back there, Kyler Murray adds another element that teams will have to respect the passing game. They're probably not going to respect him as a runner right away, but Kyler Murray is a better passer than Josh Dobbs.
Oh, by far.
If I'm the coaching staff, I don't want Kyler Murray running.
I don't think you'll see Kyler Murray really running until fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see him running at all. He's a small. He's fight.
But that's
There
what he
goes the
does.
flag.
He's
I
a
know.
dual threat QB. So
My concern would just be Connor's health coming back. But yeah, obviously Murray's an upgrade if he's out there and healthy. But Connor's going to be effective. But if you make that trade and you keep Connor, and then Connor comes back and re-injures himself when Aaron Jones is already starting to re-elevate himself to playing all the time, there is a risk there. I mean, what's Connor's injury look like? But I would say right now, still with that, I make it and keep Connor. I'm just kind of bringing that side of it up just because, you know?
no,
Yeah.
it's worth discussing. But oh my,
Did you see that scrum?
Yeah, why
Dude
would
ended
it?
up with his
the
That
kicker
looked
took
like
his
a-
helmet off and hit somebody with his helmet.
No,
Oh, yeah.
somebody ripped
Yeah,
his
he
helmet
took
off.
it. No, but then
No, but
he like
he swung it. Yeah,
He's
he can
he swung it.
take it off and like rip it at him, swing at him.
I mean, there's a lot of big linemen up against a little tiny kicker, right?
There was a lineman on the ground being pile driven. That's what started that whole thing.
He
Was there
needed to
was a
protect
defensive
himself.
lineman on the ground being pile driven
He was
after
trying
the
to be a little
play.
guy being
okay.
tough.
So, is anybody else noticing that it's the wrong Allen throwing footballs on the sideline?
Is that who's in the tent?
Well, you know
I
Baker
don't have
came
no
in
sound
injured.
on, but
Baker
yeah,
came
Kyle,
in injured, and they signed, what was it, Brandon Allen?
Kyle.
Kyle
Yeah.
Allen, yeah.
Is it Kyle or
Kyle
Brandon?
Allen is loosening
Who
up on the
signed
sideline for
Brandon
the
Allen
Bills.
today?
There was
All
a
right.
bill in the tent because I saw the Bills coaches looking in the tent.
Yeah, I don't have the sound on the game. I'm looking
Neither
to see
do
if
I.
I can find it now.
You okay, puppy? She misses her mom.
I bet. Rome is going to be sweet, though.
Well, Janie's not in Rome. Janie's in Florence.
Oh, I mean, that's going to be good, too.
They're traveling
Brandon
out
Allen
of Florence.
signed with the 49ers. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Josh Allen is in the blue medical tent.
Is
Oh,
he?
that's not good. What
That's
was
what I
it?
figured if the other guy's
Yeah.
warming up. He scored a touchdown, but he didn't take a hit. I mean, he went in cleanly and was fine.
Yeah.
Trainers were looking at his shoulder.
Boy, you're seeing the Kelsey
Maybe
brothers
from that
everywhere.
little,
They're on a commercial now.
Maybe
He
from
got
that
tripped
little
up on his
side
ankle.
run.
Yeah, he got tripped up on his ankle there, and on the sideline, he was kind of like, jumping up and
It
down
hurts.
a little bit, but he didn't look like he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, that's apparently trainers were looking at the shoulder area.
Huh.
Oh, God. Hope not. I started him in several leagues this week.
Well, they got to show the play. If he doesn't come back out, they're going to definitely show the play.
I know it looked like Neal came in and tried to knock the ball out as he crossed the goal line.
Oh, maybe his arm kind of like went back, from his body a little bit. I mean, he kind of threw the ball back a little bit, but it didn't look like
Well, Neal knocked
it didn't
out
look
when he hit him.
serious. Right. And then his arm went back, so maybe he pushed his shoulder back a little bit.
One of those.
I don't
it kinda
know.
looks
They're
like
showing
this very similar fall to what Deshaun Watson had.
But they're showing him shaking the leg off. on the sideline, and that was before he scored the touchdown.
Oh, he landed on that shoulder. Weird.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, it
guys.
looks
I'm
like
gonna
he's
hop off
coming back
for a second.
up.
I'll be back on here shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. So the
Later,
Kelsey
Tyler.
brothers were on a commercial during the break,
Animals.
and their mother was in that two team jersey that you were talking about, and it's not side and side; it's front and back, so that she gets the son's numbers on it. That's cool.
It is
Chunky
really cool.
soup. It
Chunky
is
soup.
Chunky soup commercial.
Basically, this is gonna be like what was it called? No, not Major League. What was the one with the Twins? With the kid who plays for the Twins because his arm's like super crazy.
Oh, I remember that.
The year.
Was it the Braves?
Oh, interception.
Yep. See, like he lost his power. He fell on his.
Oh,
arm,
it got
lost
tipped
his
at the
power.
line. It got tipped at the line.
What
That had nothing to do with power.
is that? That's the one. Remember the kid? Like he falls, he like breaks his arm. And he has that like crazy super pitch.
Where
Did
he
anybody
just-
else take Josh
Yeah,
Allen over 0.5?
the motion
interceptions?
the motion is arm up
I
and
did.
then just goes forward. No wind up or anything.
Uh-oh.
See, it just gets tipped.
He became a pumpkin.
Winfield tipped it. Winfield
It
Jr.
is close
tipped
to
it.
Halloween, Josh.
Sure glad I took that Josh Allen over 0.5 interceptions tonight.
I bet you are.
I mean, Iggy was talking about it tonight. Dang.
Feels like he
I-
throws one
you know-
every week. So
I hate those celebrations these guys do.
Oh, and when they run all the way down, all the way
Well,
down.
they're all down there and they're like rowing a boat. I mean, only one guy made the interception. One guy blocked it. Why do you got 5 people
welcome
celebrating?
let's welcome Greg from the No Fun League to the show.
Hey,
The no fun league.
I'll do it like Barry Sanders. You know, Barry Sanders never spiked the ball. Do you know why Barry Sanders never spiked the ball?
Because he's been act like he's been there before.
Yeah, that's what his father said. Act like you've been there before, and like you expect to get back again.
Yeah, that's why LaDainian and Tomlinson did it too. Same thing. He'd hand the ball to the ref.
Yeah.
Act like you've been there before.
Well, is that Baker? That's a touchdown.
Baker run it in.
No, he threw it. He threw it to the Buccaneers. Stephon Diggs.
Oh, Chris Godwin.
Yeah, that's the one.
Touchdown Diggs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we said. That was the Buccaneers version of Diggs.
Hey, he's having a good night,
He is having a good night.
especially now. That interception was not a good. Man, this game, the Bills should have 3 touchdowns. They have 10 points.
The interception was a tip ball.
Yeah, I mean, that was just. Yeah. It wasn't really a bad throw or anything. I'm just saying the bad luck. I mean, they got stalled for a field goal. They got stopped on 4th down, and then finally got a touchdown. The Bills should have 21 points. I mean,
Yeah.
instead it's 10-10.
Like I said, like last week, man, the defense like stopped him. Like he had like less than 100 yards in the first half. They looked terrible.
What's his stats now? I can't look him up because I'm using my phone for this.
On my phone too. He had like 80 yards passing the first 2 drives, but
Josh Allen has 129 yards and 1 interception and 11 passes
And a rushing touchdown.
and a rushing touchdown.
and it's
How many
tied at 10.
How many fantasy points has he got? Or are you not looking on a fantasy site?
I wasn't looking on that. I'll look.
Is it 6 points for touchdown, Greg, or 4? Well,
If
6
it's
is he rushed
rushing-
it in.
If it's
He
rushing,
rushed it,
it's
so
usually
6, right? He
yeah.
didn't throw. So 6 minus 2 for a pick, that's 4. The yards, he has 5. He probably has 9. No, I'm sorry, I can't count. 9 because the interception.
Well, he's got the rushing yards too.
Yeah, 6 for the rushing touchdown, 1 point for every 25 yards passing, right?
Yeah. Point
So 125. So he has 11 in the interception. So I think he has 9 point something.
But how many rushing yards does he have?
Oh, and then whatever his rushing yards, he's got.
In the Dethrone the King League, which is pretty standard, scoring has got 12.56 points.
That makes
There you
sense.
go.
About 35 rushing yards on top of those 9 points.
I like the leagues that give you points for first downs and things like that too.
I like
Should
that.
have done the tush push. You'd have 18.6.
He would have, yeah, he would have.
Be a big first half.
Yeah, well, it's still okay. You got 12 points in the first half. Logically, you should finish with 24. I know it never works that way, but
You'll take that, though. I mean,
yeah, I'd rather have him have 12 points in the first half than -8. Antoine Winfield, the one that blocked the pass that got intercepted.
Gotta love it, man. IDP.
there's our boy, Ritter.
Yeah, and
And too, the block kick. That's IDP too, because I think it's like 3 or 6 point. It might even be a lot because I know Myles Garrett had one last week.
he was going to Knox.
That was crazy.
Oh, Kincaid.
Play.
He was going to Kincaid on the pick. He turned around on a bootleg and the defense was there.
Talk about being aware. You got to put your hands up just like in basketball.
And if you can't get to them, put your hands up.
There you go.
Put your hands up and wave them like you just don't care. All right.
Hey, JC, you got your phone there?
I do. What do you need, sir?
Google lyrics. It never rains in Southern California. Just type in the word lyric and then it never rains in Southern California.
Albert Hammond.
Yeah. Send a link to that song to whoever lives in San Diego. I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, SoCal, Evan.
Yeah. Evan, yeah. You youngsters don't know music. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. James Cook. Oh, yeah.
James Cook. I like your reaction, Greg.
I've got him starting. I need him to have a good game.
Yeah, he looks like Dalvin.
He's quick.
Dalvin was quick too. He was just more shifty.
Dalvin's, I think, is bigger than James.
He is bigger.
But strangely enough, James isn't really that much faster.
Oh, there's Gabe again. James isn't faster than Dalvin?
I think they're pretty close.
Not much.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like in their prime or at this moment?
At this moment, I bet James is much faster.
I hope James Cook is faster at this moment.
What's the age difference? Is it like 3-4 years?
Let's see. Dalvin
5,
Cook.
I think.
It's got to be at least 4.
Gabe again. It's a short
Dalvin
one, but
Cook,
it's still a point.
Dalvin Cook is 28.
Dang, he's only 28?
Yeah.
And he's already dust.
Yeah.
Man. You think
It's
he's dust or he's just not being used at all?
He's
Yeah.
dust.
I think it's just that look at that. Every
He
time
wasn't
Dalvin
good
played,
last year.
it was big. I guess I couldn't say that either. I was gonna say it because it became more of an air yard, but I think he actually got more passes. He actually
Oh, James again. No first, but at least he had a nice run. I'm getting excited about 5-yard runs now.
He should. 5-yard runs.
Half a point. They add up.
Ah,
Hey, you want to know something? Your boy Jahmyr Gibbs, man, he was averaging some pretty 6.8 yards per rush yesterday or last week.
yeah, I know. Last week he had a really good. Oh, they gave it to him inside for a first down. He's quick. James is quick.
All right, Dalvin Cook was a 4.5 40.
Yeah. 4546 is about Emmett Smith's speed.
442. That's what James is.
That's quite a bit faster.
An eighth of a, or is it
Eight
A hundredth of a
eighth,
second.
800th of a second?
Eight. No, it's more than that.
Eight
It's almost a
hundredths of a
tenth.
second.
It's almost a tenth.
There you go, Godwin of the Bills.
80 hundredths. It's 8/10 of a second faster.
That was good.
So far, 3 of my 4 legs have hit on my 4
Godwin,
leg parlay.
it's so good. Godwin of the
Godwin.
Bills.
Hey, that's the other Diggs.
That's Godwin. That's Chris Godwin of the Bills.
Diggs is everywhere, man.
He is, man. He's getting it done. Oh, you didn't turn around, Gabe. You could have had another one. I got to believe Gibbs has got 5 or 6 receptions already. Gabe Davis, not Gibbs. Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I think he has 5.
Yeah, I think 5.
Yeah,
Gibbs Davis.
yeah, Gabe Davis.
Is that a mixture of the two? Like,
I've got Gibbs on the mind. I traded up in a dynasty draft, rookie only draft, 3 rounds. I made a player trade last year that gave me an extra 3rd round pick. I had the 6th overall pick, and I gave up the 6th overall pick and the 6th pick in the 2nd round for a 3rd round pick and the 2nd pick in the 1st round. And in that draft, I took Jahmyr Gibbs with my 1st pick. Then I took Tyjae Spears in the 3rd round.
Ooh, nice.
That was 304. At 306, I took Hendon Hooker. And at 308, I took Puka Nacua.
Damn, that's a good draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua was luck. I had heard that he looked good in camp, but I didn't know anything about him. And so I just picked him up because I heard he looked good in camp. And, there's a touchdown pass. And that's to Dalton Kincaid.
And there's the 4th leg of my.
Well, there's your
parlay.
18, Greg.
Yeah.
There's your 18 for the first half.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, it was a good draft. I really wanted Sam Laporta. I thought I might get him where I took Spears, but Laporta went with the 1st pick in the 2nd round.
Wow.
That's really high for a rookie tight end in a rookie-only draft. 12 team. But I'm happy. I mean, it did take me 3 weeks before I activated Nacua off my practice squad. But I think he had, 15 targets his first game and 25 his second?
Something like that.
He had a god-awful amount of targets his second game. And that's when I said, I got to get this guy in my lineup. Even if he never catches a touchdown, he's getting 20 targets a game.
Got to get him in there, dude. I mean, man, I think he's the one now.
Oh, he's starting for me every game now. I don't care if Cup's back.
How many rookie players have really come on strong this year?
Laporta's been amazing. I can tell you that. Gibbs, he's got no place to go but up. Now, I do expect D-Money to come back, but I expect Gibbs to get a bigger role after D-Money comes back than he had before D-Money came back. And that's because I expect him to be used more in the passing game after last week. And they don't throw the ball to Montgomery that much. But Montgomery's a good receiver out of the backfield.
Yes, he is.
He's done it his whole career. It's amazing to me.
Nice play to-
Montgomery was a 6th round pick in fantasy drafts, and Gibbs was 2nd or 3rd.
Man, that was a nice
I
play.
mean,
Good play design.
3rd or 4th.
I saw him late in the draft cycle going in late 2nd round.
Yeah, I never saw that. I saw him in the 3rd.
Oh,
I never saw him sneak into the 2nd.
You
live in Michigan, so
well,
maybe.
yeah, I live in Texas. I'm just a Michigan fan. I grew up in Michigan. If you go to Google and you search for 2023 PPR ADP, it'll tell you where he went,
Yeah.
and that's average. But
Yeah, I had a draft that was literally the day before the season started, and he went in the third.
yeah, early or late.
Late.
There's another good run by Rashad.
This is the best Rashad White has looked all year.
He's a good player. I think his line's been suspect, and I think the play calling has been very suspect.
Oh wow, yeah, that was nice. Right at the middle.
So I won't tell you what just happened then, because you're obviously about 10 seconds behind me. You'll
The
see
thing
it.
that's kept Rashad White viable is his ability as a receiver out of the backfield.
Well, you just
This
told
year.
JC what he just did.
Like that's the only thing that's kept him viable.
Yeah. 2-minute warning. Bills up 17-10.
Baker. I might as well get this ready then.
So did you find out what Gibbs's ADP was?
Oh, I didn't look. I did not look.
I'll look real quick.
Okay.
Didn't look.
I saw Mahomes go in the first round in a couple drafts. That seems strange to me. I think third round is the best time for a quarterback.
Depends if it's super flex or not.
Well, that's true, but even in Superflex in the Scott Fish Bowl, my two quarterbacks are Derek Carr and Daniel Jones.
I'm really sorry about that.
That's
Oh,
hurts.
are you? I'm 10-4
Yeah, I mean,
in first place. So you're sorry about that? I'm not. And I
Yeah.
also picked up Tyrod Taylor. And
Tyrod.
when Jones went down, I just plugged Tyrod in. And I've also picked up. I think I picked up Bajent. I picked up one of the guys that just got to start recently. Looked good.
ADP was 32.
So it's 208. Second, no, 308.
Yeah.
308.
His highest was 12.
Yeah, that's
Lowest
unusual.
was 39.
I saw some in the late second. I took him second overall, but that was rookie only.
Yeah, it's different in a rookie draft.
It really is. Bijan went first overall.
Yeah, I took over several dynasty orphans. And
I think from now on, that's what I'm going to do is rather than get in new dynasties, if I want to get an extra league, I'll take over an orphan.
there's so many of them.
Yeah.
I got into, I think, 4 this year. And
Yeah, I've kept. Go ahead.
Picks usually in the 3 to 7 range. Ended
I
up
like
with Anthony
6 and
Richardson
7.
in a lot of them.
I like 6 and 7. Now, Anthony wouldn't have been my choice in any of them because I just assumed that he couldn't throw. He's actually surprised me with his passing ability.
Well, it's fantasy. You don't have to throw.
Well, that's just it. I don't like running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't mind quarterbacks who can run, Josh Allen, but I don't like Lamar Jackson, for instance, because I think these guys just get hurt way too often.
Yeah, it was just a matter of I needed a QB, and he was the one that was left, other than Will Levis, who I didn't trust. So
well, Levis would have been a project. He wouldn't have been a this year's starter.
Yep. So
It's the same
so
as
I ended
Hendon
up with
Hooker.
so I ended up with A-Rich in a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I avoided Richardson, and I love the nickname that he hates.
AR-15, yeah.
Yeah, I love that nickname, but he hates it because it's a gun. I mean, he's a gunslinger.
Well, it doesn't really work anymore because his number's 5 and not 15.
But it was 15.
Yeah, in college, but
Yeah.
now, I mean, he could be AR-5, but doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't.
Ooh, Diggs.
You mean the white Diggs?
I mean,
White team. White Diggs. Wait, what'd you think I meant? That was not racial. The
Rashad
white
White.
Diggs. There's a blue Diggs and there's a white Diggs.
it's so funny. Chris Godwin. He's like, Diggs got it. Oh,
I don't know that Derrick Henry will still be on the Titans.
That's
they
what
play on
I'm
Thursday
wondering.
Night Football next week.
Do you think he'll go to the Ravens? That's the rumor I'm hearing.
I've heard the two most active teams in discussions are the Ravens and the Bills.
The guy's 29. He's a running back that has taken a lot of punishment. He's in a cursed year, so his numbers are down. People don't like that term, but I'm sorry. 370 touches one year, the next year you're just not going to do as well, with very few exceptions. Oh, the Zebras are taking over. "47 seconds. They should at least try to get a field goal, right?"
Oh, yeah. Still have one timeout left.
Yeah, and they're going to save it. They got about 20 yards to go to get field goal range, I think. They're on what, the 43? 42. Oh, no,
Ooh.
47.
That was kind of a weak false start.
Yeah. Oh. Now they're out of field goal range. And they better take the timeout because they can't spike it.
Finally.
Mace reached out to me to try to give me help in that league, the Bay
that-
League. Yeah. He posted something about a player, and he's talking about in leagues with multiple DBs. I went out and picked up the player anyway. He says, "Well, I would have gone with this guy." Yeah, Mace, I'm sticking with the guy I went with in the first place. I don't know anything about
Farquaad.
IDP. Huh?
Farquaad's in the building.
Oh, is he? Hey, Fark.
Dang, little sackaroonie.
Oh, you just saw that?
Yeah, I just saw that. I don't know why.
Oh, you're way behind.
I don't know why. I'm watching Amazon Prime too.
Oh my goodness.
I like the
Definitely.
lasso. I like the rodeo celebration.
4th and 3, they're going to go for it. Nope, they're going to bring on the kicking team. They're going to bring on the kicking team. No timeouts, 17 seconds.
I like that Kate Otten catch though.
Yeah. Catch and run. Yeah. McLaughlin. 16 seconds. Oh, clock stopped. Bills called a timeout. Boy, if it wasn't 4th down, I'd say the Bills just gave them a break. His miss was from 50.
How many seconds?
50
19.
What's that?
Oh, they're kicking a field goal?
Yeah. It's a long one.
Chase McLaughlin.
What, a 59-yarder?
It's a long field goal.
I can't take it. What's the outcome?
They haven't snapped yet.
Don't try to do the Myles Garrett thing, Barnard. You're not that much of an athlete.
Is that where you jump over the line?
Yeah.
Well,
Wagner.
clock
Wagner
expired. Clock expired on them. They didn't snap it.
So they called a timeout. They called a timeout to make the Bucks punt. That's what I mean. That's what they did.
Yeah, looks that way.
Because I wondered why they called the timeout, thinking you're letting them get set. I mean, not that they had to rush like crazy, but they kind of had to rush to get the field goal ready. They waited a little bit to do it.
It would have been a
So-
59-yard field goal.
Yeah, he missed. What was the one earlier? I mean,
50. It was a 50. He made a 57.
It was a 50-yarder.
He made
57.
a 57.
Hey, so earlier on the betting show, Iggy and I were talking about squares for this game and what numbers to buy, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to do squares. You know, should we get 0-0, 7-0?" And we had this conversation, and he ended up buying Bills $7 0 for like plus 245 any
nice.
quarter. So I was sitting here, I'm like, hopefully they don't kick a field goal so Iggy hits, but. It worked. We talked about, why it could be 0-0, 7-0, like, 7-0 Bills having the most outcomes to happen any of the 4 quarters. So he could hit it more than once, but he's going to hit it right here, most likely.
Yeah.
Barring something crazy. Maybe I should have waited 15 seconds, but
It's always a nice feeling, though.
They're gonna
All
kneel
4 legs
down.
of
They're
my
not
4
gonna
leg
try to.
already, so I don't have to.
They're not
stress
going to try to
second
go
half.
deep. They're going to kneel down.
I would think so.
The other team doesn't have any timeouts. You don't take a chance.
We're going to set up a DFS lineup after this.
All
Yeah,
right.
they're not going to try to block it, right? Did they already punt?
Yeah, they're in kneel down.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to try to block the punt either. I mean, yeah, it's good. Good as gold. Now, I waited till the end. I was thinking about it with about 4 minutes left, but
Yeah.
Congratulations, Iggy.
yeah, Iggy,
Yeah,
nice hit right there, my man.
Hit my
Yeah,
Josh
you
Allen
guys-
anytime, my Chris Godwin anytime, Dalton Kincaid anytime, and Josh Allen over 0.5 interceptions.
Yeah. Iggy was talking on the show today about how he's doing, and he was down for the first 7 games. So maybe now he's up.
This will help. I know the Packer game hurt him big time, but
Yeah, where they lost.
Up with your team. The Bynum prop hit.
The Bynum prop?
Yeah, from last week.
What was it?
Over 7.5 tackles plus assists. He had 9.
Hmm.
He was NFC North Player of the Week, or Defensive Player of the Week.
he had
You know,
2
you think-
interceptions too.
Yeah, he did have 2 interceptions.
You'd think that since I'm in an IDP league with Iggy and JC guy, that I would be studying IDPs. I've been remiss.
Well,
I've been really bad.
Bynum was somebody that nobody was really drafting or drafting really late. He's not like this is like his 3rd year. He didn't really play in his 1st year, but I mean, he just the defensive line isn't the best. Your linebackers, don't make a lot of. But you got Hicks there who makes a lot, and then you'll have like Daniil Hunter, who will probably get in there for a sack. But Bynum, the amount of opportunities to make tackles is immense. Like that prop was at plus money too, plus 110. And I missed I bet on Hicks over 8.5, and he got 8. I was kind of sad about that. I think
Was that last week?
Yeah. That was at like 2 at. I think I combined them two. It was at like plus 236.
I don't really watch the gambling shows, but I tuned into Iggy today for a little while. And I don't remember who he was on with, but whoever he was on with was up 10, and Iggy was down like 2.5.
Let's see here.
Units. They talk units. They don't talk dollars. So I never know what they're talking about.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, unit could be anything you come up with, right? So one unit, like my unit, could be $25, or it could be $5, or it could be
Or it
$1,
could be
right?
5,000.
Yep. So whatever you choose your unit to be, he's basically saying, that's what he would put down, his whatever your unit is. So if he says half a unit, he's not as strong on it, but you'll hear him every once in a while throw 2 units on something. All right, Greg.
Yes.
What players do we like this week?
What are we looking for?
Do we start
High
dead?
cost, low cost?
So here we got $50,000 to spend on our salary. That's our salary. We have to start a QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and a defensive special teams.
All right.
So each player is designated a salary. So a player like Desmond Ritter is like 5,100, and a player like Patrick Mahomes is 8,400.
So we're supposed to figure out what quarterback's going to be cheap and do well.
Yeah, but we can build like all over the place too.
Yeah. Are you going to double up your quarterback with the receiver?
Yeah, probably what I would do. I would stack a player with either a quarterback, tight end, or quarterback receiver.
See, I can't look at my phone, so
So I'll tell you.
you
You can tell me
you
a
have to
player.
tell me the matchups.
Yeah, you can tell me a player too, like CJ Stroud. Like he's at 6,300. They play against Carolina in Carolina. Burrow, I mean, they play against San Fran though, but he's way down here too, which is crazy.
I feel like I would like to lock in Alvin Kamara at 7,300.
Okay, we can do that. I like
Is
Kamara this
that
week. We
is
played
that New Orleans, right?
Yeah, they play against Indy. It's a great matchup.
Okay.
If anybody wants to join in too, they can.
Put in Carr.
No.
Yeah, because where's Kamara getting all of his yards? From receptions.
For QB in DFS, though, you need the touchdowns.
Well, you don't think Kamara's going to score?
I don't trust that he will.
Okay.
I just know that he's going to catch 7 passes.
At least.
So I know he's going to get points that way. He'll return 2-1. So for the way I want to look at like a daily lineup for running back, I want to get at least so 7,300. So think of it as 7.3. I want to get double that in terms of the points scored. So
Yeah,
2
we
times my
so-
dollar spend.
So how much is Gibbs? Because he's going to get a lot of touches this week. And it's a Monday night game too.
Yeah, so we won't be able to play him.
Oh, okay. So you can't play Monday night.
So in this one, it's just Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, not Sunday night though.
Okay. So it's the 1 and the 3 o'clock games.
Yeah, or the 12 and the 3.
1 and 4. Yeah.
What do we think about Dak Prescott coming off his bye?
I don't ever play Dak Prescott and anything.
Dak Prescott coming off his bye always produces. He averages almost 3 touchdowns a game in the first game after his bye.
Who are they playing?
I think this
The
last
Rams.
game is his best game.
No, Dak with the Rams? No,
Yeah,
he's
Dak's
with the
against
Cowboys.
Rams.
He's with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys and the Rams. Trying to think.
So then you're taking
At
what?
6,100, he is priced right.
Well, put him in for now, and we can always change it
How
later.
much is he? 61.
61.
What receiver would you want with him?
CD Lamb.
I mean, what the matchup is? What the hell is his name? their best defensive back.
Yeah, but is it? Because again, how many defensive backs change sides?
Very
Yeah, but
few.
that would really help though if he's just out completely. That would be more helpful. We can throw him in there. I'll tell you right now, I will not. This is in like the Millie Maker. So I mean, I don't know how good I feel about Dak Prescott in that. I don't know if there's not really I don't think if there's really a reward. I think your reward is like 24 points. And your risk is lower. I think in this you go like I would say maybe like a Ritter because he doesn't cost you that much. He could still get you about 24 points. They play Tennessee.
They're going to run the ball, though. He's not going to throw.
You don't know. You have no idea what Arthur Smith's going to do. He doesn't care about your fantasy team. He already said that.
Yes, I know.
See, I feel like Derek Carr can get you as much as
you need touchdowns. You have to have touchdowns. For QB, I want 3-1 for the price. So for Dak Prescott, I think to get 18 points out of Dak Prescott is priced correctly.
Start naming the games.
For tight end, the answer is Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Denver is so bad against the tight end.
Yeah, you pay up for Kelce 100%.
So let's go look at wide receivers. So this is the week where I think so. I almost wanted to play that game that I feel like that the Colts versus the Saints. I feel like that's a good game. Like I think that Downs is a good play.
New Orleans has such a good defense, though.
And Bobo, man,
It's better at home than it is on the road, though.
Oh, Downs has really showed up, man. 4,800. We're gonna have to pay down because we just picked up, Travis Kelce, so we're gonna have to start paying down for some players. Like to me, it's like Downs, Shaheed. I mean, not much upside there. I think Downs has more upside, about the same price. Curtis Samuel, but he's questionable.
I like the Josh Downs play. I think that's reasonable.
So do you want to throw? You said you want to throw Lamb in here. We can see what we can do with that. I mean, I think I'd rather have AJ Brown or someone like that. Like I don't even care.
I don't have to. I'm not always on team pair a quarterback with a receiver.
Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, probably not.
No, but you should, if you're not going to pair him with a receiver, a lot of times you should pair him with the running back.
Do you pay way down and go like Patriots defense against Miami?
I would.
I think that's not a terrible call. Let's look at the defenses.
I mean, you're not going to get a lot of points out of them, but I mean, $2,000 is like, because if you start paying up, like you're really.
How much is the Detroit defense?
The Lions.
One of the highest.
That's a Monday game.
Oh, that's right. You can't do that.
It would have been one of the highest anyway.
Like Titans get Atlanta, Texans get Carolina. Seahawks versus.
How much is the Texans defense?
I like the Texans and the Seahawks at
they're about the same.
and 3,400 respectively.
I think I'd go with the Texans.
The Browns at 3,000.
Who are they playing?
They play the Seattle. Browns looked really decent.
Yeah, but I don't think Seattle's going to make a lot of mistakes. They're a good team.
The Browns have had one bad game. And even then, even in the bad game, they scored fantasy points.
Let's go the Texans. I think we're gonna go that route.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Pay a little bit down, save a little bit of money there. So we could do now. So is there somebody at running back we could pay down for this week?
Well, Gibbs should be less money than a lot of them, but you can't use him because it's Monday night. That sucks.
Well, like we might have to go. Let's see. Let's go wide receiver. We can go lower there, I think.
What about Pierre Strong at 4,300?
Oh, for running back,
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Still paying. I mean, let's see.
So you're taking backup running back.
No, Pierre Strong is going to be the starter. Greg.
This week?
Yes. He out-touched Kareem Hunt after Jerome Ford's injury last week.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was going to do it again.
Why? They traded for him.
Yeah,
They gave up assets to bring him in.
yeah. I
Kareem Hunt,
thought-
they signed off the street because of an injury.
Mm-hmm. I just have. I think Kareem Hunt has had more. Oh, there's your boy Dalton again.
Kareem Hunt also is dealing with a thigh injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
Are you
question.
expecting a lot from Cleveland offense?
I don't need a lot. I just need Pierre Strong to score a touchdown.
Yeah, that would be
And if he
perfect.
doesn't,
Then you didn't pay that much for him.
Then we missed. And
Yeah.
we
Okay.
don't win.
well, you could win even if you miss on one player, right?
Not
Yeah.
usually.
I mean, you can win a
is
little
that-
bit. Yeah, but you can't like really miss it all. I mean, you can get 6 points.
Boy, it
from
would have been good to get Shakir this week. Kid's dominating.
He definitely is dominating. All right, I want to see if we can pay down for tight end and just go 2 tight ends. What about is Ferguson down there?
You expecting Ferguson to do anything?
I was just thinking about.
Who's Minnesota playing?
Green Bay.
How's
Yeah,
their
you can't
defense
pay that
against-
much. You can't pay that much.
for Hawkinson?
Too much. Too expensive.
How about Musgrave?
He's 35.
He's
We
hurt.
could do that. Yeah, I think he's hurt though.
But he's playing, right?
Didn't practice on Thursday.
Yeah. He hasn't
Flag
practiced
down.
at all this week.
Well, that's good to know. I've got him as my second tight end.
What
in
about
the,
Okonkwo?
Scott Fish? Has he had any good
Oh.
games yet?
Okonkwo with
Okonkwo?
Will Levis. No, thank you.
What about? I mean, Foster Moreau. I mean, he's actually been not here though.
I think he had a good
What
game
about
last week, didn't he?
He just dropped the touchdown, but other than that, I mean, he's 4 targets, 4 target, and he had the one big touchdown against New England. But his target shares there. I mean, you're seeing Taysom Hill get more of those crazy.
I think Taysom Hill's going to get a lot more points going forward
He's
too.
not playing tight end really. He's playing receiver.
But he
running.
still counts as a tight end.
Yeah.
He's playing in the slot. He's playing tight end. He's playing
What about
quarterback.
Kendrick Bourne
Is he with New England?
at 4,700?
It's going to cost too much.
And
Cost-
then,
it's
you
gonna
can,
cost-
and then you could grab the lottery ticket of Jalen Hyatt to fill things out.
Is Hyatt with New York?
hmm
Wow, it's crazy that Juju Smith-Schuster is all the way down here.
He's not playing.
How much is Trey McBride?
He's probably cheap too. Maybe not. He price probably went up. Yeah, just barely missed it. That's a good one too. No, that's Dwayne McBride. Trey McBride. He's
I
28.
like Dwayne McBride, but he never plays.
This is a good play too. I like this play. And save us some money. And you could go spend up a little bit somewhere if you really wanted to.
How much does that leave us?
300. I mean, we could leave it too.
Oh, Gabe Davis is doing it. First and goal, Buffalo Bills.
We could pay up from Josh Downs to Drake London.
I mean, I
You
don't
like
know.
London better than Downs?
I don't know if there's really gonna be a difference.
I'm just
I
looking
think-
at kind of what's there. AJ Brown to Jamar Chase.
I think I'd rather just have Brown. He's got
Me
a good
too.
matchup. He's been playing really damn well. I think we just leave it.
Murray looks slow. Put Cook back in.
Let's leave this. All right, Dak Prescott, Alvin Kamara, Pierre Strong. We could have looked and see what Pierre Strong could have paid up from him, but Kendrick Bourne.
Pay up from Dak Prescott to CJ Stroud.
What do you think it's going to be? I don't know. We'll just leave it. I'm not a big Dak person, but I might change it later. AJ Brown, Josh Downs. I like McBride play. 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Go.
Trey McBride, they're saying, is going to get used this year. Oh, Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis,
he was
captain. He has
wide
to have
open.
a touchdown to be relevant.
But not this game. He's got a lot of catches this game.
He has.
So
And he
Farquaad
does have a touchdown.
his question. Farquaad
Pierce.
says start sit question at RB standard league. Pick one. Damian Pierce, Foreman, or Charbonnet. I'm going Foreman.
Foreman is
Donta
going to
Foreman?
be number 2 back. Roshan Johnson is back.
I don't even
Yeah,
know if it matters.
I'm going Damian Pierce.
It's Damian Pierce
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. First of all, there's no way to play Charbonnet.
No.
You just
He's still hurt too.
unless Ken Walker gets hurt, he's going to get the lion's share of the carries all the time because he's effective.
Yep.
So that takes it down to Donta Foreman, who just had a 3-touchdown day, or
but was outsnapped by Darrington Evans.
right. But I still think Foreman is, because of his big game, is going to get opportunities. But Damian Pierce, is going to get opportunities.
So in the
It's
Bears
Pierce
backfield,
for me.
Deontay Foreman was outsnapped by Darrington Evans.
How much?
Darrington Evans had more rushes than him.
How much?
Foreman had more in the passing game. He caught more passes than Evans. But Deontay
How many
Foreman was
carries
clearly
did
the
Foreman
number
have?
2.
How many carries did Foreman have?
I want to say it was like 14 to 13.
So it's essentially the same. It's a
Roshan
share.
Johnson, but keep in mind, Roshan Johnson won that job, and Deontay Foreman, when both Khalil Herbert and Roshan were healthy, he was inactive.
Yes, I understand that. But what I'm
They
saying
don't like
is,
him.
I'm not comparing him to Roshan.
So
I'm
Roshan
comparing
is going
him
to
to
be
the
the
other
lead
kid.
back. Roshan is going to be the lead back.
If he plays.
He's cleared protocol. He's a full participant in practice today.
Okay. He didn't practice yesterday, though, right?
No, he was a full participant yesterday as well.
Oh, I thought he was off yesterday.
Nope. Full participant yesterday, cleared protocol, and is healthy and ready to go. So
Well,
I expect Roshan to outtouch him probably 2-1.
all right. So you're saying 15 to 7 or 8?
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't think Roshan's going to get a full workload, to be honest. He's been off 2 weeks, and he's never gotten a big workload.
Foreman 2 touchdowns.
Not a chance.
Yeah,
Foreman had 3 touchdowns.
But I like your positivity, but no
Two-
chance.
2 rushing and 1 receiving.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Which
As a
is
touch-
why-
Bears fan, I love your positivity, JC, but it's not going to happen.
Let's
You
go.
know, how many backs really repeat a 3-touchdown day?
None.
None.
Yeah. How many backs get a 2-touchdown day after a 3-touchdown day?
Almost none.
All of them.
It does happen though, right? Let's look at who's the Travis Etienne. He's had multiple touchdowns in 3 straight games, right?
Jamal Williams probably last year.
He had 17 total. Williams
So,
did.
yeah, 17 total. So probably unlikely that he had several multiple in a row.
No.
LeGarrette Blount had a 21 touchdown year. Or was it 23 touchdown? 21, right?
Boy, they are shadowing Evans. Evans was going to be my farce of the week at wide receiver.
Someone said Evans. Said Evans.
I did.
It was Greg.
Yeah.
3 yards of separation.
Oh, man. You missed the sack. You had him, and he rushes for a first down. Oh, Baker was dead meat.
Don't see Baker run like that much anymore.
No, you don't. It was a pretty good run, though. He escaped that.
Yep.
Should have been a sack. I mean, they had him dead. All he had to do was wrap him. And he slides right off. Oh, who is 56? He is Floyd. He is going to hate film study this week.
Looks like I have tomorrow off.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
Man,
No
Baker.
travel schedule.
I
set.
didn't realize the Bills were up 2 touchdowns. I missed one.
Can't go high on a quarterback.
Well, you can, but you better wrap him.
Hey, buddy, I need you to.
You know, there's not a bad athlete in the NFL. Even the guys that we scoff at, they would put us to shame.
Oh, for sure.
No, without question.
Everything's comparative. If there's a guy I don't like, it's because compared to other NFL players.
Like Jake Bobo.
Yeah.
Incredibly, historically unathletic at the combine.
I love Bobo.
Yeah, but he's doing okay now, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just
I
heard
need to
his
go
name this week for something.
Like he ran as a wide receiver. He ran like a 5 something 40.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Like
That's not even good tight end speed.
Yeah, historically unathletic. But
He gets open. And he catches the ball. That's the key.
he catches the ball. He doesn't get a whole lot of separation, but
He catches
the ball.
He had that nice sideline touchdown.
Oh,
That
they
was
got him that
was a
time.
sick catch.
There was 24-10, third.
Halfway through the third.
You're okay, bud.
Get rid of the ball. Get rid of it.
Whose Bud? Is it a dog or a kid?
Cat. Dog.
Oh,
Cat dog.
you're okay, Bud.
It's a wiener dachshund.
My little
Oh, it's a
old man.
dog.
It's a dachshund.
Yep. My 17-year-old miniature dachshund.
Oh,
So-
man, don't tell me that. I'm going back overseas when my dog dies. She's 13. I don't want to wait 4 years.
Shoot, I just saw this lady had a birthday for her dog. It was 21. I said, wow.
Oh,
you're
God.
feeding that dog some good stuff.
Well, we
Yeah,
take care of Aichi. We love that dog. She, when we first got her, we lived in Rances Pass, Texas, and our floors were tile. And we put carpeting down, but just throw carpets. And she was on the back of the couch, lying on the back of the couch, and she fell off. And then she's dragging her back legs around. So we took her to the vet. She had to have back surgery.
Damn.
So this dog cost me 10 grand her first year with us. But we did it, and she's been fine ever since. But, I love the dog dearly, but I won't put her in the belly of a plane again. And she's just big enough that sometimes you can put her under the seat and sometimes you can't. Um, when we went to um, Thailand, Janie took her because I went over early, and she rode in the belly of the plane. When we went home, I took her, and I got a first class seat going back, so she fit under my seat. It was one of those, I don't know if you know them, the round ones that are two first class seats in a circle. So you have a big area, and she fit nicely under there. But that's a 24-hour flight. That takes a long time.
Commercials.
Yep. New Balance is the one that just finished for me. And now they're in, I can't tell if it's a food commercial or a car commercial.
Here's a CD commercial.
Bring the flavor. Wingstop. Food commercial.
Dude, so Wingstop has there's these sides they have, like they're like corn on the cob that it's like cut up and they're all seasoned, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'll tell you the best corn on the cob I've ever eaten.
State
We
fair.
had gotten to Thailand, and where we lived was basically on the beach. We weren't on the beach, but when we first got there, we were in a condo, and we were a block away from the beach. And Yvette went over with us, my oldest daughter, and Jenny went out and walked along the beach, and there was a vendor that basically was grilling not hot dogs, corn on the cob, and then just smothering it in butter and sprinkling salt on it. It was so sweet. It was the best corn on the cob I've ever had, and I spent some of my youth in Iowa where corn is fresh. But that was so good off the beach. You get a chance, JC. The food in Thailand,
I would love to go to Thailand.
no preservatives. It's all fresh. Now there's different areas of Thailand you can go to.
No GMOs there.
No, and the
Go for the
people are
farm.
friendly. Not everybody speaks English, but if you learn 2 or 3 words in Thai, you get along fine. Most of the young people speak English fine, but you learn Sawadi Kop is thank you.
Sweaty cop.
Sawadi Kop, Kop Kun Kop. Sawadi Kop is hello. Okay,
You said sweaty cop.
Sawadi Kop is hello. Kop Kun Kop is thank you. The Kop, the KAP on the end, basically indicates that you're a male speaking. For a female, it would be Ka, just long with the A. But the people are friendly. Hua Hin is where the king has his summer palace, and that's where we lived. It's got 2 modern malls. Nice catch by Kincaid. Both feet down. Very sweet. But Thailand's great. The Philippines is cheaper than Thailand a little bit. An hour-long massage in Thailand is $10. Hour-long massage in Philippines is about $8.
I liked Okinawa when I was there. I think the food was cheap too. It was super
Yeah,
cheap.
I haven't been. I had a lobster dinner with a tiger prawn, which is a shrimp the size of my forearm. And my wife and daughter had shared a plate of pulled crab meat, blue crab, pulled meat, a big plate. And they both had mixed drinks, and I had a soda, and the total bill was $40.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good over there.
Oh, food's tremendously inexpensive. You go to the mall and eat, and Diggs just missed. You go to the mall and you can eat a really good meal for $3.
Yeah, I like the street food. Like when I was in Japan, that was like the best.
Street food's good.
Don't know if
Japan's
it's
a lot
chicken
more
or if it's a
expensive.
cat. You don't know
Yeah,
if it's
Japan-
chicken or if it's a cat. Don't know. Stray dog,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh no, they're much stricter on that now. Used to be, you didn't know, but
Oh man.
oh, shouldn't
Didn't he
have
step out
caught
of bounds and
Diggs.
come back in?
5:03. Was that third down? Yep, 4th and 5 now. Diggs is just struggling tonight. Oh man,
Ooh. Remember
that
he had
was.
that 1 yard catch? Remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that, the massive one. He's probably got 4 or 5 catches now,
Let's look
but
up.
he's had a couple drops and a couple where Allen just didn't get him the ball. Gabe's had a much better night than Diggs.
Let's see. Diggs 5 for 37. Gabe Davis 8 for 79 and a touchdown.
Yeah, much better night. And do you have target numbers there?
I don't, just receptions.
Because I would be willing to bet that Diggs has more targets than Gabe Davis. Gabe's just been
I
more
can look
effective.
that up though. I can do for like
Yeah, Sleeper has it. If you go into Sleeper,
yeah,
and
that's where I was gonna go.
yeah, I go into Sleeper, I pull up the player, and then I go to Team to pull up his teammate. I got Stephon Diggs starting for me in one league. I don't own any Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis right now. 9
I
targets.
do have
Is
9 targets for Gabe.
Davis, yeah.
And how many does Diggs have?
Diggs has Diggs has 7 targets.
Oh, I don't believe that.
5 catches.
Diggs had at least 2 or 3 drops.
I'm just telling you what it says on
Yeah, I believe you.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
What are you having for dinner tonight?
Me?
Yep.
I had 3 hard boiled eggs that my wife left when she left me.
What are you gonna eat tomorrow?
I'll probably go out tomorrow and grab a burger.
Ooh, what kind of burger?
I don't know. I mean, I like Whataburger, but they always use mustard and not ketchup or mayo. I got a McDonald's right next to Whataburger. I've got Burger King. I can go anyway.
I had
I
rodeo.
like Burger King.
Oh, you just said that because commercial's on.
No, I got pepperoni was the commercial on for me.
Oh. Yeah, I had a rodeo burger today.
Where's that at?
Burger King.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just get the Whopper with cheese, usually.
Whopper with cheese, no bacon.
Not usually.
Whopper's
No.
pretty good.
I like the quarter pounder at McDonald's. I like the Big Mac. I love the Big Mac. I like their sauce. But
Whopper.
and I like onion rings, but the onion rings at Whataburger suck.
That's too bad.
Burger King too. They have a crunchy crust. I like the beer batter fried ones.
So the rodeo burger is just a burger with onion rings and barbecue sauce.
Okay. But it's got the Burger King onion rings, and I don't care for them.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be soggy anyway. They get soggy because they're on there with the sauce.
But yeah. Boy,
Kincaid, man.
they got them deep again. They have pinned Tampa Bay deep several times. Well, at least 2.
Good kicker, good punter, good leg.
Oh, yeah, going forward on 4th down and not making it. That kind of did it too.
What do they give to there? It's not white. Ooh, wee.
Oh, you may be ahead of me now. I got 4:24 on the clock. What do you got?
Oh, you're way ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what the heck, Fred? That's not fair, Greg.
Yeah. Well, I'm not telling you what's happening, so you can.
I just wish. Well, I don't know why mine's not caught up.
I don't know either. I
Maybe
went straight. I went straight to Prime. I didn't go through Hulu or anybody else.
I'm on Prime.
Yeah, I'm on Prime. Now I'm going to a Fire Stick, but
I mean, I'm on my Xbox.
yeah, I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm on Fire Stick.
Come on, Microsoft, you got to keep up.
Why?
That's who makes
Sometimes
Xbox.
it's a matter of who the internet provider is too.
That's true.
I got AT&T.
I don't got that.
Oh, they stopped him short. Oh my goodness, they're going to have to punt. What a shame. 4th and 1.5. Godwin. Boy, that Tampa Bay Stephon Diggs is having a game.
Tampa Bay Stephon Diggs.
I bet Godwin would like to be paid like Stephon Diggs.
No, I think Chris Godwin is getting paid pretty well too.
He's had a
Yeah.
pretty good career.
You think he makes more than Diggs?
Oh, he doesn't make more, but he makes
Enough.
yeah. He's doing okay.
He's the wide receiver 2 on his team.
Is he?
That's another run. Yes, he is. Mike Evans is clearly the wide receiver 1.
Are you sure?
He fumbled the punt return. Oh, they're saying he's down.
Do the stats say that, or is it the name value that says that?
I think the stats say that. Go look.
Ooh.
Mike Evans has had 1,000 yards in what? 11 straight years?
Chris Godwin has had 3 straight.
Yeah, that's 8 short.
I think Mike Evans has only done it in 8 or 9.
Okay, I'm sorry, but he's done it more. Every year he's been in the league, he's had 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd been in longer than 8 years. He's what, 31 now, Evans?
Yeah.
Oh, he's up there.
Yeah, I think he just turned 31.
So, Anthony, where do you live?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. So, are you a Colts fan?
Bears fan.
Oh, okay.
Grew up in Illinois. Moved here about 15 years ago.
You guys are all just the bad suburbs of Michigan anyway. Sorry.
We go up to Michigan a fair bit. My wife's family lives up there.
What part?
Galean, Lansing.
Yeah, I used to go to Lansing to party because it was 30 miles south.
So.
Oh, the town I grew up in
Ronnie.
is called Ovid. And the only other Ovid that I know of is in New York. But my wife, Ovid is a town of 1,200 people. It's tiny. There's another town north of us that my wife grew up in called Elsie, Michigan. Now, if you've ever had Borden dairy products, you've probably heard of Elsie the cow because that was their logo for years. Well, that's because the Green Meadows farm, I went to high school with a guy named Charlie Green. His dad owned it. He does now. The Green Meadows farm is the largest freely owned dairy farm in the world. There are some conglomerates that are state-run in Russia that are bigger, have more head. But LC, Michigan was wild. In the spring when they fertilized everything,
The spring of
that cow crap smelled terrible.
Man, I used to live like the house I used to live here in Minnesota was like right by a farm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh man, it was bad.
It was.
It would get bad when because they would go out and they would lay all the manure, for the new crops. You're just like, oh gosh, it's so bad.
Only teams without 2 wins or losses: Chiefs and Eagles.
Dude, that
One
vampire
loss.
movie with Nicolas Cage is really good.
Is it Renfield?
It's so funny, dude. It is so funny.
So it's not horror, it's funny.
No, it's funny.
Okay. Oh,
So Ren-
Dave Davis caught another one.
Renfield is like his apprentice, or basically he's the one who goes and gets his food for him.
Okay.
Dracula. And Nick Cage plays Dracula, and Renfield ends up going to what do you call it? Abusive counseling, for like spousal abuses, because Dracula's like taking advantage of him. It's super funny. It's so good.
I'll have to get that then. Well, Janie's not here. There are
It's good.
certain things I just can't watch when Janie's here.
It's good.
Yeah. Like, this new TV show Found.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. It's this black girl has a guy locked up in her basement.
Oh,
When she was a kid, he kidnapped her and she escaped and became FBI or something. And she went back and found him, and she uses him to help her find. There's a Stefan Diggs catch. She uses she uses this guy to help her find missing kids. I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen the previews because Janie is claustrophobic, and having a guy locked in the basement, she don't want to watch that. I have been watching one called Irrational. That's pretty good.
do you watch any like the Tom Clancy shows? Did you watch?
I've read all the books. Yeah.
You need to watch the Jack Reacher stuff. That's so
Oh,
good.
Reacher with Tom. Yeah, but the problem is it's got
No,
Tom
not
Cruise.
the Tom Cruise one. No. There's a different one too. There's the Jack
With the
there's a
tall
different
guy.
Jack Reacher.
The tall guy.
Where
Yeah.
they actually got a big dude, because Jack Reacher's supposed to have these like massive hands.
Jack Reacher's supposed to be 6'5"
Yeah.
in the
And then
book.
Jack
He's
Ryan, they had
6'5".
three seasons for Jack Ryan. It was so good. Jack Ryan was awesome.
All right. Well, I think I've only seen the first one, or a made-for-TV movie. I'll have to look and
Have you
see.
seen the show The Office?
Well, yeah, but that's been around forever.
So
That's
the
a
guy
comedy.
who plays what's his name? Pam's husband. He's Jim. Jim, he's like one of the main like characters, He plays Jack Ryan.
Oh, Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher are different people.
Yep.
Jack Ryan is from the Clancy books,
Yep, he's an analyst.
and Reacher, I don't
Reacher's
remember who
like
did Reacher. I don't remember who did the books.
I think it's still Tom Clancy. What's up, Ronnie? I like your background. Do you need
I don't. Ronnie,
Yeah,
do you know who did the Jack Reacher books? Who wrote
Yeah.
them?
I've got it on my. I just listened to one like a few weeks ago.
You listened to a book.
Yeah, an audiobook.
This
I'm an
new
audiobook
generation,
connoisseur.
JC, this new generation, there's no hope. Books are for reading.
I read
Here.
a lot of books too.
Hold on a second. That's not. You can't. Everyone isn't the same mind. Like I am ADHD.
It's
reading is not great.
Andrew Child and Lee Grant.
Yeah, thank you. Lee Child is the one that wrote the Reacher books.
I can't read.
And Clancy wrote the oh God, who
Jack
was
Ryan.
it? Ryan, yeah.
There's 3 seasons of it, and it's so good.
I just
On
want you guys to
Reacher?
know that this is
Jack
Dalton.
Ryan.
This is Dalton Kincaid right here.
Yeah, he's doing good. You're doing a story about him? He's having a pretty good game.
I wish I was doing a story about.
Not as good as Gabe Davis, I don't think, but he's doing pretty good. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, good. He slid. Don't take a hit. You don't need to take a hit.
We almost saw Kyla.
Oh, Cook. Oh, yes. I love seeing 8 and 9 yard runs.
Oh
You haven't seen it yet, have you, JC?
no, but I'm excited for it.
I saw it. I saw it before Greg somehow.
Oh, well,
know how my
everybody's on
All
a
right,
different.
guys.
Yeah.
We're all in different times and spaces, man. Anthony, no.
Yeah, I just got to.
Oh.
Hey, dude. I hope your health stays up, man. I love you. I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just got the work schedule for tomorrow came in, and about an hour after it's supposed to, and I get to leave for work at 7 in the morning. So
Yay.
You know, I've got a recipe for you, Anthony.
what's that?
Retirement.
It's Coming up sooner than I want to think about.
I tell you what, everybody said I'd be bored to tears when I retired because I was a computer guy that worked 50 and 60 hours a week for computer. And then I'd work 40 to 50 hours a week on fantasy football. That's how I got to the Hall of Fame, was because I spent so much time doing it. And then in 2015, I turned off fantasy football because I wanted to get ready for real retirement, which I did in 2019. And when I retired, I was 62 and a half, and I have never looked back, and I would never go to work again. And the reason I refuse to gamble, JC, is not because I got anything against gambling. I don't want to screw up my taxes. The taxes are easy right now. I just go to H&R Block or whoever and have them do it. And if I start making, because I'm pretty sure I could make money gambling on sports, on certain things I know. But and I don't get addictive about it, so I wouldn't throw bad money after good. Um, but and I set limits, which I think is the key. But then you got to fix all your taxes. I mean, if I could, I would set up a charitable organization and gamble with the money, donate money to the charity and gamble through the charity and have all winnings go to the charity. But I don't know how to do that. I'd need to have a tax specialist set it up for me. And then I'm gambling, but I'm not reaping into the benefits.
Right.
And I'm not, and I get the tax deduction for the initial deposit, but I don't
Greg,
know.
did you know that the U.S. government announced like 4 days ago that next year they're going to have free U.S. government-based TurboTax type thing?
Oh,
You don't
really?
even have to go to H&R Block next year. You can just do it.
Well, I usually go to a person because I'm putting money into the economy doing that. I don't use those sheets. I use people.
He uses people.
Yeah, and I don't trust any software the government puts out.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair.
I worked for the government for too long. I wasn't a government employee, but I was a defense contractor. So I worked with government civilians. I trained government civilians. Ooh, another catch by Diggs.
Greg,
It seems like they're going back and forth on the catches. One for Diggs, one for Davis.
don't get yourself in trouble. Are
What do you
aliens
mean?
real?
What?
Yes.
Are aliens real?
I have never been to Area 51. My top secret clearance had to do with Russians.
Oh,
And anything that I know now, that I know from when I had a clearance,
White Russians.
is some of it's still classified. So I don't talk about any of it, but none of it is dangerous for anybody else to know. So there's no reason to kidnap me,
right.
because anything I know, I quit working government when I took a job with Fox Sports, and that was 2000. So everything I know that was classified was before 2000. So 23 years ago. And I think 25 years, almost anything that I would have had is declassified.
Declassified.
Well, yeah, they declassify things after 25 years usually.
Yeah, all that stuff got released, Ronnie. It was all in the COVID relief plan. All the top secret COVID relief plan. Yeah, and it was hidden inside of there. All the alien information had to be released. So anything that was being held by the government had to be released. Go look at it.
I'm telling you, they will never release information on aliens.
They
ever.
had to.
No, they didn't. They have to do a lot of things, JC, that they never do.
It's true.
You need to understand that the government lies to the people all the time.
I used to work for the government. I know.
Yeah.
The interception. Oh, what?
It was a punt. They downed a punt inside the 5. Again, Tampa's had terrible field position. Yeah. But no, the thing I used to say is that having a clearance allows you to know when CNN is lying or not. Doesn't allow you to tell people, but it does allow you to know.
Yeah.
And for the most part, the things that get classified that I dealt with, military based on mostly Russia. So it really, unless we went to war with Russia, it didn't matter. So
And
the stuff, the stuff about Area 51 and aliens, if there are aliens, they're probably walking amongst us, because for an alien to get here, logically, they have to have transport capabilities far beyond what we have. Okay, so they have technological capabilities far beyond what we have. Do you think really if the aliens were going to take over the world here, that they would allow the pollution that we do to continue?
Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg? Tell me that guy's not an alien.
I just think he's nuts.
I'm joking.
I don't think he's an alien. I don't think he's advanced enough to be an alien.
I think he's plugged into AI all the time.
He might be. I don't know. I just saw a thing on Prime called Upload that looks like a new series I want to look at.
Upload's it's cute. It's a fun little show.
Is it a comedy sitcom?
Yeah, it's kind of a
sci-fi type thing.
Sci-fi type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone and seen any movies recently?
Yes.
Okay, so I was going to go with my grandson, but they had to leave. He's visiting from Georgia. But there's one called The Creator.
Yeah, I have not
Is
seen
it
that.
good?
I've heard good things.
Okay.
Well,
I'll probably go see that
awesome.
tomorrow. I'll
That
probably
should be
go see
great.
that tomorrow. And I'll go see the Marvels when they come out.
Yeah.
That looks good too. I saw was it Captain Marvel in theaters when that first came out? It was so good.
Oh yeah. And Miss Marvel. Safety. Oh, that's got to be intentional grounding. He was in the grass going down. That's got to be. There was no receiver near him. He did get it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, come on, throw the flag.
Why did he stand there so long?
He was trying to get away.
I mean,
I
Evans
think
was in the
So
area.
where's the closest receiver?
Evans was right there. He was coming.
There was a
back.
guy right off screen to the left.
Well, to the left, but that's 14. That's Tampa Bay Diggs. He's way off screen. He was nowhere near where the guy threw it.
Tampa Bay.
He was outside the tackle box. There he goes again. He escaped. But it's fourth down.
That's a pretty crazy play.
Oh,
by
no, that
Baker,
was
all
only
things
second.
considered.
Baker's played well this year for Baker.
Oh, yeah. He only
For
plays
Baker.
well when people think he sucks. The moment he gets recognition, he starts playing terribly.
Yeah.
He needs that chip on his shoulder.
You
That's
see
my
the
totally
you see
ill-informed.
the 2023 through week whatever, and then this week, the yardage for Baker. He's averaging over 230 yards, and he's got 130 some this week.
Nice.
This Bills defense is real.
Yeah. They always are this time of year, though. I'm more interested to see how they come December.
Oh man, I thought that was picked. Who's 21 on the Bills? He's mad. He's pissed. I don't blame him.
Right, Hyde.
Watch the play when it comes up. It's going on in slow motion now. I think he's a safety. Oh man. Oh,
I think that's Micah.
yeah. Well, watch him. He was right there. Oh God.
That's why he plays defense.
Huh?
That's why he plays defense. The old adage.
Can't catch. That's right. Oh my God. That was great positioning, great reading the quarterback's eyes. Excellent execution, except for the catch. Boy, I tell you what, Buffalo has been tearing these guys up on returns. On the return game.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. Fantasy football, should you give 1/10 of a point per yard to returns?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I've been playing in a one return league for 11 years, and it used to be that, and it was too much of a boost. Like some of these guys get 3 or 4 punt returns a game, and they rack up 90 yards because they're good. And it's
If they're
just a cheat
getting
code.
90 yards on 3 returns,
Or I'm yeah, all right. Don't take it literally.
no. But
in general,
what I'm saying is, if they're getting 90 return yards, that's impacting the game.
So what I do in all of my leagues that have return yards now is 17.5 yards is 1 point, and because of the way the math stacks out.
So you make punt return yards less valuable than passing yards.
Yes. Yeah.
And you make passing yards more valuable than rushing yards.
Passing yards.
25.
And
Passing yards are
25.
more valuable than rushing yards.
So
It's not
passing
about
yards,
receiving,
it's
receiving.
1 point per 25. Then for
Oh
me,
yeah,
punt return yards,
no. Passing yards are 1 point per 25 for the quarterback,
Yeah.
but for the receiver, they're
receiving yards,
they're
yes.
1 point for every 10 yards. So they're more valuable for the receiver than the running back that has to carry it. You also probably give a point per reception and not a point per carry.
Yes.
Okay. So you make passing yards more valuable than running yards.
Yes. And then
Much more.
Kick return is right in between like those yards and quarterback is kind of where
See, and my point is that rushing carries should get you points as well as receptions. And that return yards, for every return, you should get the same points you get for a carry or a pass reception. And for every yard, you should get the same yardage bonus because it's all yards. You're advancing the ball. And a yard is a yard is a yard. I think if you're going to give a quarter of a point for a passing yard, the receiving yard should get 3/4 of a point so that the overall yard gets 1 point. Same thing as or 1/10 of a point. Same thing as a rushing yard. No matter how the yard is gained, it should equal the same thing. Whether the yardage is split between 2 players or not, the yard is the yard. It should count the same. But it gets complicated. You can't just look at a score and figure it out. That's why it's hard. I like complicated scoring systems because everything's automated now. You don't have to calculate it. And with live scoring, you can just look at the screen on your app and figure it out. But I truly believe that a yard is a yard is a yard, and it should get the same amount of points, no matter how it's gained.
I think it also depends on like your objective with your league. And I'll give you one good example because I actually think that's a great. I love that. I especially the wide receiver being 0.75 and then passing. I have never thought of that. That's a great twist to it. And I have
not just a wide receiver, running backs who catch the ball, tight ends who catch the ball. Yard is a yard.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I have the only time it wouldn't work for me is like in my home league. I've gotten addicted to doing trying to set up very granular scoring so that no matter what, it's less about the yardage and it's more about the position. So in my home league, if you look at the top 12 at each position, they all score almost exactly the same. And so the scoring is built to create that scenario. So you're
trying to equalize between positions.
Yes. Yeah. And so that's the only scenario where it's a little different.
Yeah, no, that's one goal. And it's a viable goal. I just think a yard should count a yard. I think a TD should count a TD. A passing TD, if you're going to give 4 points to the quarterback, you should give 2 points to the receiver. A TD should count 6 points. Or I would split it 3-3.
Is so the reason I set up my scoring in my home league like that, I don't have it in all of my leagues, but that's an IDP, a full IDP league. And I always got miffed. I always would play IDP, and like IDP players just score so differently than offensive, and like the best. I hated it. They do. So I set out to create a scoring system that like the best linebacker and the best running back and the best wide receiver and the best defensive end are all roughly the same at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Has the most
but the depth at wide receiver is going to be much greater than tight end.
So linebackers and wide receiver are your 2 deepest positions. But in general, it makes it easier to do analysis because you're having to start 17 players each week. And so it's easier to then say, all right, well, I know this guy's good. I don't have to worry about his exact scoring. He's a good play.
Here is the
Yeah.
man who just sold an amazing truck.
I would love to do a league with you next year, Greg,
up?
though, that is only offense and is
Tyler.
exactly what you
You
said.
talking about the Tundra?
Oh yeah.
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 Yo, what up,
I-
Ty?
He was talking about that earlier. I remember. I listened to you, Tyler. I do.
Appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, no, that was a marathon deal. One of those customers that, my sales staff decided to bring in at the very end of the night that like literally had like some yellow, like the yellow notepad or whatever, and like hand mathed everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like it was like not even just the deal, but then once he got into the finance office, it was still another like hour and a half before he finished up.
Marathon, but I mean, you get paid for the number you move, right? And if you're like most car dealerships, the dealership, if not the salesman, gets paid for the number of units they move.
Yeah.
You get bonuses from the manufacturer for the number of units you move. A lot of people don't understand how complex the car selling business really is. It's not just a one-for-one transaction. Do you get paid extra if you have them financed through your own in-house financing?
Yeah, so we don't do in-house financing, but we use Toyota Motor Finance or like other lenders, like Ally, Capital One, Chase.
But you get
like
a
that, and
kickback
then
for
they
that, right?
pay us for the financing contracts.
Yeah. But does that go to the dealership, to the management, or to the salesman, or all of them?
It goes to the dealership, and then management gets paid a percentage on dealership as a total gross, and then sales staff gets paid as gross on their individual deals.
Okay, so out of 100% of the time you spend doing your job, what percentage do you love it? What percentage are you indifferent about it? And what percentage do you just absolutely hate it?
I'm going to be weird, and I'm going to say the 33.333 across the board for each.
Okay.
I hate it when it gets political and weird, like where people are like, in their feelings or not about business, or, the drama starts to happen as anything in like sales where people are competing for performance, etc.
Yeah.
Indifferent sometimes when it just feels like things are like moving along. Like people get stagnant, people get complacent, especially I find coming out of the arena we were just in where everything was, people were coming in just buying cars because you had them. So like gross profit was up, everything was up,
After COVID, when it opened back up.
Yeah. So people began to be like, that was the expectation. And now it's starting to kind of like level out a little bit and people are negotiating again. And it's like sales staff forgot. Right.
Yeah.
And then, the indifferent there, but then I really enjoy it. So there is a competitiveness that is in me and like a desire to perform. So anytime I'm growing business, anytime like when a customer comes in and a salesperson comes up and they said they're not buying today, no matter what, they're not buying today. And then I go over and talk to the customer after they've, used everything they can to try to close the deal. And I go in thinking, okay, I got to close this deal. And I do. There's a level of like gratification and a level of excitement that's still there.
And probably a level of jealousy from your coworker.
But that's okay. I'm not really worried about the jealousy. They can live in that world of not. They're probably not, because a lot of them just go, well, Tyler's a really good closer, so I'll just do my thing, and then I'll get him over here, and he'll close the deal for me, and I'll make.
And they still get their share.
Yeah.
Of the sale. Okay, so that's good then.
Yeah, because sometimes I work with them for. Say what?
Are you a manager?
Yeah, I manage the sales department.
New car or used or both?
Both.
What's your primary make and model or make?
Toyota.
GM, Toyota. Okay. Now you also sell, since you sell used cars, other brands, I'm sure. Do you sell other brands new as well, or is it just Toyota?
Just Toyota new. Although we do buy a lot of vehicles like new, like a new 2023 new body Mustang. We have it a lot right now. It's got 5 miles on it, so it's basically brand new, but it's been titled, so it's considered used. That's the only way we can sell it.
And so it takes a hit in its value.
Not really, because you can't find them. We only do that with units that you can't find.
Okay.
Like some units appreciate because of their availability once purchased.
Does Toyota have a sister company like Isuzu or somebody like that?
So yeah. So Toyota's luxury brand is Lexus.
Okay.
And then their cheap brand used to be Scion. But Toyota, as a finance institution, they buy for both Mazda and Subaru.
Okay.
So
do you sell Lexuses?
We do.
Okay. So when you say you're a Toyota, you do Lexus as well.
We're a Toyota, but we sell Lexuses used. We just sell a lot of Lexuses used because that's our luxury brand.
So you don't get any new Lexus?
Mm-mm.
That seems bad.
Well, we're not a Lexus store.
Yeah, but it's the same company.
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
All right. Yeah, I'm a computer guy. I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Man.
Yeah, no, the brand gets their make new.
Hey,
Like Lexus won't get Toyota's new either.
Hey, White Team has a Shakir too.
White Team. Dude, he's been calling Godwin Diggs all night.
Hey, he's got the same number. It's got to be the same player, just in a different jersey.
Greg, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that a golf polo or is that your robe?
It's a Michigan jersey.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
It's a polo. It's a Michigan. It's a Michigan.
All I saw was the DB with the collars, and I was like, "Is this man wearing?"
I would love if it was a bathrobe.
Right
If you, true story. I was on with Mike Cash last night on a court thing. I don't even remember whose broadcast it was, but we were debating: has Bijan Robinson lived up to his draft position?
No way.
Well, I was the prosecutor. I called him a fraud. He committed fraud on every fantasy manager that drafted him.
He went RB2 in a lot of places.
He went RB3 or 4 in depending on where you looked at, and he went overall 7 or 8 depending. Fantasy Pros PPR he was number 8 and RB4. But the bottom line is he's RB10 right now, and he's been an RB1 3 games. He's been an RB2 3 games, and then last week because he played one down, 1 rush for 3 yards with a headache. He was scratch. You wouldn't start him. So my point is when you take a guy in the top 10, you want them playing every week at a high level. That's
for sure.
And he's not living up to that. And I basically put together a montage while it was just headshots when I gave it to God, who did this? I don't remember who did it, but he put them together for me. And he turned them into a montage of the picture of the player and then some information about the player. And it roll. That was my exhibit 1. The 9 players ahead of Bijan in fantasy scoring, and Devin Achan is number 9, and Bijan is number 10. And Achan did not play in week 1, got 2 touches in week 2, and has missed the last 2 games. And he's still ahead of Bijan in scoring. And my point is, and when he comes back, you go back ahead of him. And Mike's point was he's going to finish as a top 5 back. And I said, object, Your Honor. Facts not in evidence.
We're halfway through the season.
Huh?
I said we're halfway through fantasy season.
Yeah. Week
I mean,
8
we're not like literally. You have 7 more weeks, maybe, depending on your league, before you hit
playoffs start. Yeah. Well, I figure playoffs usually start in week 14, 14, 15, and 16. But now, because there's 18 weeks, they may start in week 15.
Well, you've got a slew of teams that usually have bye weeks. What is it? Is it week 15 or 14?
14.
Yeah.
I was going to say there's not a
13
lot
and
of buys
14,
after
man.
week 14.
13 and 14.
Well, there's 6 teams on bye last week. I think that's the most they have in any week is 6.
What about Josh Allen playing with his bum shoulder?
He's doing all right now.
Look-
He's got a rushing touchdown as well as 2 passing touchdowns.
All right, we're in the third. Wow, only the third? No, it's got to be further than that.
No, it's the fourth quarter, 6:52. We're almost at the end. Baker's looked pretty good.
I think Baker's gonna get. I mean, I think they're gonna keep him.
He may get comeback player of the year this year. He's looked really good.
And
but
I
he
mean,
wasn't
reality
injured.
is they could probably still win that division.
Well, yeah, if they win here and Atlanta loses, they're in a virtual tie.
All right, so
But I don't think they're going to win
for
here.
about 10 minutes. I have got to edit the intro video for the after party that we had made this week. I got to put sound on it. It should only take me 10 minutes. Get that sent over, and I'll be back on. Which
Have
10
a good
minutes
night.
probably.
I may be gone by then, but have a good night.
Appreciate you, Greg.
Both leaving me? What the hell?
No. Greg's gonna stay on for just a minute. All right,
I'll stay on with you till JC comes.
That's
back.
all right. I got Dalton Kincaid here with me. I'll be okay.
Yeah, that's true. But you got a big-headed Dalton Kincaid. That's scary. He's looking right over your shoulder, man.
I kept zooming in. I was like, it's not big enough.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
It's not the toilet. Every time I get on a show, I have a different bathroom. And it's always stupid.
Oh, they keep getting so close to. Well, they sacked him that time, but they keep getting so close and missing him.
Hey, how's James Cook doing?
How's who?
James Cook.
I couldn't tell you because my phone is used as the camera here, so I can't go look at stats and stuff. That's why I've been having you guys looking up all night.
I suppose.
But you guys have computers. My TV is
James
not.
Cook is 11 for 55. 1 for
5
6.
yards per carry. Can you see it?
Oh, we're gonna get shut down.
Oh, are we?
Didn't we have James Cook in our DFS lineup and our dice lineup?
I don't remember.
Who?
You and me, James Cook.
Which one?
The one where I rolled the dice. Shout out to the dice.
I don't know if
I remember that.
we played. Let me see. I'm pulling up.
That was your midweek madness show, right?
Yeah, Force or Farce.
We don't have.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that one.
Okay.
I was watching that last night.
I might have brought him up in Force, actually. I don't know. I suck at fantasy football.
I was watching it after the fact because I had been on another show.
Still fun, regardless of how stressful it is.
Greg, do you consume a lot of content?
Yeah, because I'm retired. I consume a lot of different podcasts.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a whole lot of the sports affiliation ones until recently because they just didn't come up in my feed, even though I was subscribed. But fantasy footballers, football guys.
Yeah, overrated.
Who, sports affiliation or fantasy footballers?
No, sports affiliation.
Both.
Sal Vetri, I watch a lot. Don't love what he says, but I like his methodology, the way he works. I enjoy his videos.
Yeah.
But my wife and I watch a ton of videos from Thailand and the Philippines.
Is that appropriate to talk about?
Well, yeah, because it's people. They're all on YouTube, so they're all rated G.
That's good. JC got my joke.
No, I know he did. JC's got a dirty mind. You youngsters all do.
I need to.
Us
consume
old
more
guys are
content.
too hard to think in terms of sex.
I have not consumed enough fantasy football content this year. I've been too busy like wandering in my own world.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, a lot of it's the same. I mean, it really is. And the problem I have with that is that your best content is the ones that think outside the box and come up with an angle that you haven't thought about. I love it when people criticize my show because it makes me go question myself and do more research.
Yeah.
Usually I end up not agreeing with the person who criticized it, but occasionally I'll change my mind 100% because what they said was true. And when I did more research, I found that out. But I would rather have somebody criticize my show than just tell me how great I am. You know, I just really would. I don't want people that are just mean spirited. But if you have a problem with my take, tell me. I got no problem with that because that's what makes us better. Constructive criticism is good for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you can't take it, you shouldn't be in this business.
Amen
Because,
to that.
well, the minute you stick your head above the crowd, people are going to throw tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's always been true. So
I like that analogy.
4th and 8. Oh, they blitzed him and he's going down backwards.
Yeah, I love your reactions. They're so good.
Oh, flag down though. If they get a first down out of this, that's going to be so sad. Now they're pointing at Buffalo.
This guy stinks.
Oh, yeah. He ripped him down by his face mask.
Yeah, he did. That's going to be a first down. That's terrible. He was going down. He didn't need to do that. He did not need to do that. He was going down.
That's bad football.
That's terrible. It gives them a first down and hope.
You know
They're
what
still
I
down
do when I play
touchdowns.
Madden? When I play Madden and I get penalties for crap like that, I bench the player for a series.
I can honestly say I have never played Madden. I used to play a game called Stratomatic Football.
Whoa, I thought you were going to say like Tecmo Bowl.
No,
What is Stratomatic football, Greg? I've never.
Okay, you had this plastic football field with a first down marker that would slide up and down, and a ball.
Is it the one that buzzed and the players moved?
No. You're talking about like an electronic game. This is not electronic. You had offensive cards, defensive cards, special team cards, and the defensive cards were transparent with overlays on them. Okay. And the offensive cards were white, and you would put offensive card in, and the defensive card would go over top of it, and then you had a little spring-loaded ball that you would pull back and let go, and where it ended told you the result of the play.
Ooh, that's good defense.
Oh yeah, knocked it out.
Yeah, Mike Evans could have drug his toes.
Well, Mike Evans did drag his toes. He just didn't hold the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
he just didn't hold the ball.
Slapped it.
But Mike Evans, I told people to sit this week, so.
Ooh, good defense.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Greg,
man, that's a touchdown, and then it's slapped out.
you know what I just ordered on Amazon?
What'd you just order?
Stratomatic football.
My brother and I did a full season, a 16-game NFL season on Stratomatic football.
Get out of town, dude! I'm excited.
Man, we kept stats. Running back, we kept stats.
That's good.
We were stupid.
That's
But
awesome.
it was, it's fun.
We'll have to play it at the expo.
Oh, I'd love to. I haven't played in years. Did you actually found it on Amazon?
Yeah, it was $74.
Oh man,
But-
that's way too much money.
No, I feel like it's a legacy game. I've never heard of this from before
Well,
my time. It's worth it.
did you look at it to make sure it's the right one?
It says current edition. I looked at the original one. It's the same.
It's got offensive cards and defensive cards.
Mhm.
All right.
I'll send it to you.
Send me a picture of it. I'll have to look at it later.
Look in the chat. Oh wait, you can't on your phone.
4th and 10.
I was almost intercepted too. Ooh.
Now you got to get somebody to play with you though. I mean, it's addictive. You keep stats. You get players and you give them names and
I can't wait. My brother will play with me next time we're hanging out.
And I'm telling you something. Kenny and I, we would play different teams and we would pretend that we're, if we're one team that throws a lot in the NFL, then our game plan would be throwing. Yeah. If we're a team that ran a lot, our game plan would be running. If we're a team that never blitzed, we wouldn't run the blitzes. We would do what we thought the coaches for those teams would do, and then we would track the stats.
That's amazing.
It's awesome. Stupid. It's stupid. But we had fun doing it. I mean, you're talking about, probably my high school years. So 1974 is when I graduated. Did you catch it? He did. Who was it?
Getting close
Evans?
to 2 minutes. Getting down there.
Man.
I'm cooking mac and cheese. That's why I'm running back and forth. I got to eat before the next show.
Mike Evans scores a touchdown to screw me.
Oh, no. Right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Pointless touchdown. Oh, it's a push-off. They didn't call that?
Nope. He got the touchdown. And it looked like the ball was deflected by the defender into his arms.
He pushed him off. He pushed him.
Yeah, he did, but he got away with it.
Why would you go for 2? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're 18 because then a touchdown ties it. But you're right. You go for the extra point.
This. Like, he should have been doing this.
This is stupid. Now they're going to have to go for 2 on the next.
Put your arms up. I just been like,
He's got happy feet. Did you see that? Oh, deflected into the tight end's hands.
Get out of town.
Gets 2 points. Deflected into his hands. That pass was not going to be completed. But if you watch that play, watch Baker Mayfield's feet. You talk about happy feet. He's just dancing.
Kate Otten, baby.
That's field awareness for you there, right there with Kate Otten.
Tipped by 97, and it goes right to Otten.
Good field awareness.
Now a touchdown and extra point could beat him. I got to run. I do. I got to try to chat to my wife before it gets too late and she gets up and does stuff.
All right. Well,
you guys have a great night.
You too, buddy.
All right. Did he roll out?
It's just me and Dalton right now.
Well, I'm going to bring the computer with me and finish cooking, and I can talk to you. You can talk. Are you watching the game?
Yeah.
You can kind of talk about the game. I got to finish making this mac and cheese.
I'll just narrate the whole game. It's fun. Unlimited 2% back into rewards, Amazon Prime. Now a child.
What's up? I'm back to save the day.
I was narrating all.
I'm just kidding. You can do your narration. I'll talk to you in a minute.
No, I don't want to. Damn it. I don't want to do the narration. Get up to $1,000 on Disney dining promo back. Walt Disney World, where you go after you win a national championship.
That's so true. That's so good, Ronnie. So, who is a player that you're really excited about this week? I mean, was it 2 weeks ago? It was like Logan Thomas.
Yeah, dude. Zay Flowers keeps. I actually don't. Logan Thomas was an educated assessment. Zay Flowers keeps itching like the back of my brain. It's just like Zay Flowers. So I don't know. We'll see if that happens. That would be total hunch, though. I need to do some research. I've been too busy this week, so I think probably tomorrow night I'll dive into some stuff, look at some numbers.
And I don't think he's that expensive on DK. I know did we get him in our lineup? I think we did.
I think we did. I think we threw in Downs and Flowers, which I love that. They're both cheap. Sub 5,000.
Yeah, Downs, man. Those are fun. I actually, I think the one that I usually play on when we on the TSA one on the Wednesday shows, I'm pretty sure I play that in my buddy's he's a breaker, like a card breaker. And I usually take about first or second in that league every week, and I'm pretty sure it's with our Wednesday lineup.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure if I go back and look, our lineup probably took first, which is like $15. Which is like $15 usually.
It's all in the dice.
It is all in the dice, man. It's all in the dice. So,
well, this game has been decent.
But do they get like some crazy?
Nah, they
got
3 timeouts, so they got to get the 3 and out.
Is it 2 minute warning yet?
No, they got 41 seconds. I mean, there's plenty of time left. Baker Mayfield pulls out overtime. I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, he could win the game if they score a touchdown. What up?
I like how you just come in.
Just pop in with the energy.
Need to get you a Kool-Aid introduction. So, like, the screen shatters and Kool-Aid goes everywhere.
What were you eating, Tyler?
Some lasagna.
That sounds good, too. I'm making spiral mac and cheese like a little kid.
Oh, yeah, man. I had to eat something I hadn't eaten yet. Been at the dealership. I was so hungry.
I ate mac and cheese and barbecue at the lower school cafeteria today. It was fucking gross.
What? Was it?
That sounds so good. No,
elementary. Was that elementary school?
Just the lower school, yeah, like K through 5. Not lower than kindergarten. I don't want anything to do with any kids older than like 3rd grade because they're too rowdy. And younger than like kindergarten. Kindergarten's even kind of obnoxious, but younger than kindergarten, it's like the chances of me having to change a kid's fucking like have a kid shit their pants in the middle of my class. That's my number one concern. And like the lower you get in age, the higher probability of that happening is. So I'm not into that.
So I'm not into it.
I'm good.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, changing someone else's kid.
I wouldn't have to anyway. We have a nurse. You just take him and drop him off. We're like, deal with this. Deal with this child.
Is there gonna be a comeback? Don't
I don't think so. I think it'd be cool though.
Spiral Mac, dude. You hear the swishing?
Like a toilet. That's what it sounds like. You cooking in the toilet, man?
Yeah, that's where I'm cooking. I'm hanging out at Ronnie's.
God damn it.
Where we wish Ronnie was.
Damn it.
Where we miss Ronnie.
I moved my camera too. I don't even have it in there. Let's see. Settings, virtual background. Okay.
All right.
JC just has no idea.
I love this background. It's so funny. So
Because
good.
you don't have your camera on, man. I got you.
I like it. All right.
Dude, Diggs, chill. I want more points for K. Dot.
Turned out. Got a little spiral
game.
Mac.
Little
I'm about
spiral
to-
Mac.
I'm about to leave you guys and go make food myself. That seems good. I'm hungry now.
What do we got? Tyler, tell them about what's coming up next.
Oh man. live on the air, we got the Point After Thursday show. Yes, sir. Fantasy Football Advice Network, Point After Thursday Night Football After Party. We going to be doing a little drinking. We going to be talking a little football. I mean, if you don't drink, you may be doing a little something else. But we going to hang out, and it's going to be a good time. So come on. After this show, I'll throw the link in the comments.
It's a fun show. It's a fun show. Get your questions answered. Learn about the network. Get involved with the network. It's a cool app. That's a lot. I really got to get in there and explore it because there's a lot in there.
What would you guys think if I made some content like weekly top fives at each position, but it was all like a joke? So for background hype music, I beatboxed it. It's like da-da-da.
Sorry, I lost that. I was getting echoes. You said, what would you guys say if I made some content, and then it dropped out?
And it was just ludicrous takes, and the background music was just me like beatboxing.
I think that would be dope.
I could
do the beatboxing.
I'll do it. I'll record one and send it to you, but I can't break it live. Too good.
It has to be planned out or thought out.
Or I'll just imitate like Autumn Thunder and the NFL Films soundtrack.
Did that link pop up in the
private chat?
Oh, did it pop in the private chat or in the YouTube?
Oh, this is no what game? Oh, this is this is the Stratomatic.
Yeah.
I put it in the YouTube chat.
What's in my eye?
There it goes. It popped up.
There we go. Oh, and we got Steve and Joe popping in for a question.
What up? Should I trade Puka for Montgomery? Half PPR, half Gibbs.
No.
I think you can get way more for Puka if you're trying to trade him. And I wouldn't anyways.
No. Why would you do that? To roster, you got a wide receiver one right now. You got a RB1, or you got Gibbs. I mean, was electric without Montgomery last week. So, I mean, like, why would you dish both of those? Because, I mean, we don't know when Monty's going to get back. And if he does come back, we don't know how. I mean, we've seen these running backs easily re-aggravate injuries. And if Monty is out, I mean, give me Gibbs and Puka for a league winner. League winners.
Puka on the mic.
He does look like he's talking. All right. On that note, make sure everybody gets over there. Check out the make sure you go sign up for Fantasy Football Advice Network. Go check out the YouTube. Go
fantasyfootballadvice.com and then Fantasy Football Advice Network for the show right after this one. It's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. We got a new intro video that I made today, and it's balling, I think, anyways. I'm no savant, but
you're a baller.
I think you're going to like it.
JC,
you haven't seen it yet. I think you're going to like it.
I'm going to love it. All right. We're going to get out of here. Appreciate everyone coming to hang out. Peace.
Bye.